Welcome back in to another edition of Behind the Arc Basketball on YouTube, where I'll be doing my live play-by-play and reactions all season long to college basketball games in and throughout the season, and of course, the March Madness tournament. And I'm back for college basketball Sunday here. Game 2 will be underway in a few minutes from now with the Battle of Michigan. I just ended the other stream a couple minutes ago with Villanova losing against Xavier. Xavier put together a 17-0 run in the middle of the second half to pull out and get the big win at home against Villanova. But here we are for the Battle of Michigan today, live play-by-play and reactions. Feel free to like my videos, share and subscribe to my channel if you'd like, as well as this one should be the good one, one of the biggest games of the week, and this game I'm looking forward to as well. So we're a couple minutes away before tip-off here, so I'll go through the team stats for the Michigan State Spartans and the Michigan Wolverines. The number 10 Michigan State Spartans on the road today, traveling to Ann Arbor. They're 22-5, 13-3 in the Big Ten, and 7-3 on the road this season for MSU. They've won 4 games in a row since they lost the last game against Indiana, and they're 6-1 against the AP Top 25. Their last 2 games for Michigan State, they beat Ohio State 62-44 a week ago, as they outscored Ohio State in the second half 37-13 in that one. Kenny Goins had 10 rebounds and 10 points for a double-double in their win against Ohio State a week ago. And then their last game, they followed it up with a 71-60 victory against Rutgers on Wednesday. Cassius Winston led the scoring with 28 points and 8 assists for the Spartans. We look to the key players for today's game for the Battle of Michigan from Michigan State. We see that Cassius Winston, the point guard, has double-digit points in 26 out of his 27 games this season. He's first right now in Michigan State for points per game. He also ranks 4th in the Big Ten in points per game scored this season. He averages just below 19 points per game. He's right now 1st in the conference in assists and ranks 4th in all of college basketball in assists per game, as he averages 7.4 assists per game as well. We look to a couple more key players. Kenny Goins was a major factor in the last win, 10 rebounds against Ohio State. He had 12 rebounds against Rutgers. So those past 2 games, 22 rebounds combined for Kenny Goins, leading the team with 9 rebounds per game on average. He's 4th right now in the Big Ten in rebounds. Also, as well, who can shoot the 3 balls? That's Matt McQuaid, the senior guard from Duncanville, Texas. Matt McQuaid shoots the ball just above 44% from the outside. That is good for the Big Ten in 3-point shooting percentage. We look to a couple of things that could play a role in Michigan State today. Is that Nick Ward coming into the game? He was shooting the ball at 60.4% from the field. That's good for 3rd in the conference, but he injured his left hand in a hairline fracture last Sunday against Ohio State. He hasn't played ever since, but he did return to practice on Friday doing some light shooting, but we'll have to look at the starting lineup in this one, but I don't believe that number 44 will be ready for this game. It didn't look like so with the recovery this week. He only did light shooting at practice on Friday. We look to the Michigan Wolverines, the number 7 team in the nation, 24-3 overall, 13-3 in the Big Ten, 16-0 undefeated at home, riding a 2-game winning streak. They're 6-0 against that AP Top 25 this season, and we look to the past 2 games. They beat number 24 Maryland last Saturday, 65-52. They only turned over the ball over 6 times in that game, as Michigan has the fewest turnovers right now in all of college basketball per game. They only turn over the ball around an average of 9.2 turnovers per game. And the last win on Thursday, they followed that up, a 69-60 win against Minnesota. That more, if you look at the score to this one, it wasn't really a 9-point lead that Michigan had against Minnesota. They were basically blowing them out all game, so it wasn't that close as it would have been. It should have been a double-digit win for Michigan, as Minnesota just got like a garbage time basket right before the buzzer sounded. But here we are in this one where Michigan held Minnesota to only 10% shooting from 3-point range in that game on Thursday. Jordan Poole led the Wolverines with 22 points that game. Xavier Simpson added in 12 assists in that one, and John Teskey with 5 blocks. We look to those key players for the Michigan Wolverines today. Charles Matthews had a season high in the conference, 24 points against Penn State. This season, he averages just above 13 points per game. The leading scorer coming into this game for Michigan's Iggy Brazdakis averages 14.4 points per game, as he has had 22 out of his 27 games with double-digit point. John Teske, the 7'1" center, who's a junior from Medina, Ohio, has had 16 blocks in the month of February. Right now, he ranks currently 18th in blocks in college basketball. He also ranks first in the Big Ten in blocks this season, averages 2.3 blocks per game. Xavier Simpson, the point guard for the Michigan Wolverines, he has 43 assists right now in the month of February alone, as Xavier Simpson ranks right behind Cassius Winston in assists per game, as right now Simpson averages 6.2 assists per game, as that is ranked second in the Big Ten. He's also tied for fourth in the Big Ten in steals per game, as he averages 1.5 steals per game. And don't forget about Jordan Poole, another guard on that team that could pose a problem today for the Wolverines. He had a conference season high 22 points in the last game on Thursday against Minnesota. Jordan Poole just keeps on getting better and better each game. He could be a breakout star when the tournament comes. So this Michigan Wolverines team, there's not really a big name to this team like some of the other teams like Marcus Howard in Marquette or Carson Edwards in Purdue, or one of those players that is like a really, really high leading scorer. This team does it all together, playing like a team all around for Michigan. That's why they're so hard to beat. They're 6-0 against AP top 25 teams this season. They beat number 17 Villanova, crushed them in November 73-46. Followed that up against North Carolina. They beat in non-conference play. They beat them 84-67. They also beat Purdue once. They beat Wisconsin as well. They beat Maryland and Indiana, who are all in the top 25. As we look to what could be the struggling factor here for Michigan, we see that in their 2 out of 3 losses that they've suffered this season, Iggy Brazdakis, who's the leading scorer on average points per game, he was held scoreless in the loss against Wisconsin. 0 points he scored that game, and he scored only 6 points in the loss at Penn State. That's kind of the Achilles heel there for the Michigan Wolverines. What Michigan does well is that they're third right now in all college basketball in scoring defense. They only allow opponents to average just about 57.7 points per game. They're also top 10 in all college basketball in fewest fouls per game, and they're currently ranking first right now in the fewest turnovers per game. Michigan only turns the ball over about 9.2 turnovers average per game. As we look to Michigan State and see what they do well this season, they're first in all college basketball in total assists. Coming into this game, they have 527 total assists this season. And third in college basketball in average assists per game, 19.5 assists per game. Yeah, this one's going to be interesting. Michigan State, Michigan. Here we are. 2 top 10 teams for the Battle of Michigan. We'll see what both of them got. Michigan undefeated at home, but does that streak end today? We'll see. I was shocked the last game. I thought that Villanova would come out in Xavier and not lose their 3rd game in a row, but I just did a stream of that game, and Villanova got destroyed by Xavier in the second half. Xavier went on to a 17-0 run and won that game. Xavier's on a 4-game winning streak right now. Villanova's lost 3 in a row now. Here we are getting ready for action. Michigan in their home yellow jerseys, a white outline and lettering here, and Michigan State in the dark green away jerseys with the white lettering. We're underway on the tip-off. Battle for the tip-off. Michigan's got it. So they take it past the timeline here with Simpson. Passes the ball off to Brazdakis, and now to the left wing. Back to Brazdakis to Teske here at the top of the key, passing around the perimeter. And now a left wing 3 from outside. No good to start it off for the Wolverines. Rebounded here by Michigan State. And the Spartans with a first chance to see what they can do with the ball. Trying to drive to the basket. Matt McQuaid kicks the ball back outside. Sets it up here at the edge of the Michigan logo. Cassius Winston passes the ball off to Xavier Tillman now with the right elbow. Feeds the ball inside. Trying to go low post to Kenny Goins. We have the first tie-up here of the game. Still 0-0 score with 19:20 left to go. So already a tie-up, Michigan State ball. Feel free to like my video, share, and subscribe to my channel. I'll be doing play-by-play and live reactions all season long. Three-pointer from outside, and Matt McQuaid gets fouled, and it looks like he'll be shooting 3 at the line. So already Matt McQuaid going to the free throw line. A couple of injuries already this season for Michigan State. They lost Joshua Langford to a foot injury. And then Nick Ward with a hairline fracture in his left hand, but it looks like he'll be back sometime soon. First shot from the line goes down for Matt McQuaid. It's 1-0 Spartans. 19:15 remaining. Matt McQuaid. Second shot from the line, and no good on that one. So this season, Matt McQuaid shooting the ball at 83% coming into this game from the free throw line. Isaiah Livers checks in from Michigan. Looks like it's for Charles Matthews from Michigan, checks out. So here's the third shot from the line, and Matt McQuaid's only 1 for 3 at the charity stripe that time. Michigan with the ball at home here with a full decked-out crowd in yellow as they take the ball to the top of the key, passing the ball left wing of the perimeter here for the Wolverines. John Teskey passes the ball off, and now dribbling to the top of the key. Here is Simpson with it, the point guard from Michigan. Top of the key with it. Trying to dribble, low post. Floats up a shot. Hook shot, no good. And offensive rebound up and in. He gets it. The fall is John Teskey. He gets fouled as well. And Teskey going to the line for one. With 18:48 remaining, off the missed hook shot off the top of the backboard there by Xavier Simpson. John Teskey just helping out his teammate right there with a big rebound, putting it up and in. Now, John Teskey shooting 1 at the free throw line. He's a 58% shooter this season. Hits it. 3-1. Michigan up by 2. Michigan State with the ball. They take it past the timeline. Winston passes the ball here to Tillman, and top of the key 3 from outside. Nothing but net. They deliver. 3-pointer, 4-3. That was Kenny Goins who hit that one from 3-point range. So Michigan State takes the lead right back. Michigan with the ball at the right wing of the perimeter. Xavier Simpson dribbles to the top of the key, trying to go down low. Kicks the ball back out into traffic right there. Michigan does save it, and Michigan State trying to battle for the ball. Michigan does get it back. They're passing around. Left corner 3. Up and in from outside by the Wolverines. What a shot. Taking back the lead 6-4 from the outside. Michigan State low post delivering, tied up at 6. Fast-paced offense right there for Tom Izzo's squad to tie things up at 6. 17:55 left to go. Michigan with the ball, passing around the perimeter. Left wing, here it is. Dribbling to the top of the key. Top of the key 3 from the outside. No good by Isaiah Livers. John Teskey with a rebound, and we do have a foul called. It looks like it's on Michigan State. So, wow, pretty good game so far with both of these teams with scoring. So it's 6-6, and back to the line will be John Teskey again, shooting free throws. First shot from the line, John Teskey hits it. 7-6 right now. 17:47 left to go in the first. As it looks like Kyle Ahrens checks into the game for Michigan State. John Teskey back at the free throw line. Second shot, it goes down. On the season, John Teskey shooting the ball at 58% from the line. Michigan State with it now. Down by 2, 8-6. Passes the ball right wing here with Winston trying to dribble baseline. Kicks the ball back outside to Kenny Goins at the top of the key. Passes the ball here. Right wing to Winston. Takes it to the left wing of the perimeter. Winston passes the ball off. Trying to dribble inside. Goins. Goins feeds Tillman. Tillman into the low post, and his shot too short of the backboard. Rebounded by Michigan. With 7:15 left to go in the first. Michigan up by 2, 8-6. Passing around the right side of the perimeter. Now they're to the left side of the perimeter here. And top of the key 3 from the outside. Another Manette. He sinks that one. 11-6 Michigan. With 17 minutes left to go to play in the first. I think that was that Iggy who hit the 3. Yeah, that was Iggy, number 13, Brasdakis, who hit the 3-pointer from Michigan. 3-point shot from outside. No good. Missed it wide. Right there was Kenny Goins. An offensive rebound, though, by Michigan State. Winston with the ball in his hands. Trying to drive to the bucket. Kicks the ball back outside. Right corner here. Dribbling Goins. Feeds the ball off to Tillman now at the top of the free throw circle. Tillman passes the ball right wing to Goins with 16.5 left to go in the first. The feed inside. Two-handed jam. Right there, Xavier Tillman. Uncovered down inside the low post. Slams that one home. 10-8 right now. Michigan up by 2. The Wolverines take it past the timeline. Jordan Poole with the ball. He passes the ball off. Simpson hands the ball off, and now they're passing around the right wing of the perimeter here with Iggy, and he passes the ball back to Matthews. Top of the key here. And it's to Jordan Poole. Jordan Poole passes the ball left wing. Left wing three from the outside from Michigan. Hits the front part of the rim short. Michigan State will just let that one bounce out of bounds, so the Spartans will get the ball back on the inbound with 15:57 left to go. What a great start to this game. Lots of action so far. Michigan State 8, Michigan 10. Feel free to like my video, share, and subscribe to my channel. I'll be doing play-by-play and live reactions all season long to college basketball games, so don't miss a beat here. With Behind the Arc Basketball on YouTube, we're just getting started. Michigan State 8, Michigan 10. So right now we're at a commercial break, our second commercial break of the game. So I'm just going to go over what's been going on so far in this one. Michigan State right now with their leading scorer being Kenny Goins. He's 1 for 2 shooting the ball from the outside right now for the Spartans, down by 2 currently in this game. As we look at Michigan, John Teskey with 5 points right now leading the way. For the Wolverines, Isaiah Livers off the bench with 3 points currently for the Wolverines, and Iggy Brasdakis adding in 2 so far for Michigan. So good one early on in the beginning part of this stage, 10-8 with 15:58 left in the first. I'm going to look at some of the team stats here with both of these teams if we can get this to upload. And Michigan State shooting the ball 3 for 5 from the field right now. Michigan shooting 3 for 7 from the field in the early stages of this one. Michigan out-rebounding Michigan State 5-2. As we look at the conference here in the Big Ten, and we see that Michigan State and Michigan are tied currently at 13-3 in the conference, along with Purdue, as they're all tied for first at 13-3. Right now we're at a TV timeout. We have 15:58 left to go in the first, and the score is Michigan 10, Michigan State 8. Pretty good game so far in this one, as, yeah, it's been back and forth and back and forth. That's what I like about this style of college basketball, and they've really set the tempo here early on in this one as the back and forth battle. So I haven't gone over the upcoming schedule for both of these teams. Might as well do so. Remaining games here for Michigan State. They're at Indiana next Saturday at noontime. Indiana has been really, really down in conference play. 4-12 in the conference. They were ranked in January at one point inside the top 25. They just fallen apart. They're not even in bubble contention anymore because they keep on losing games now. They're below 500 as well, 13-14 right now. So they've gone to bubble to dropping out of the bubble. That's what Ohio State's looking like as well. Next game against Indiana, and then Michigan State's at home against Nebraska on March 5th at 7 p.m. Eastern time. And then don't forget the last game to wrap up the season is the game at East Lansing. Michigan State will be hosting that one against Michigan on March 9th on a Saturday at a time to be determined. Right now, the score is Michigan 10, Michigan State 8. We're almost back and ready for action here. It's Tom Izzo, head coach of the Spartans, going up against John Beilein, head coach of the Wolverines. Going to get ready for the inbound here. Michigan will inbound it with 15:57 left to go. Looking for a man who's open. And they do. They bounce it underneath the basket. Looks like a foul. Oh, no. That's a 5-second call. Yeah, 5-second call right there. Ball goes back to Michigan State. So they didn't inbound it in time, and here's Michigan State with the ball now, trying to get a chance here to tie this game up at 10. Dribbling around the perimeter with its Cassius Winston. Winston the feed down inside the low post. Tillman. And circles around the bucket up and in by Xavier Tillman to tie this thing up at 10. 15:35 left to go in the first. What a game so far. Michigan with the ball now, dribbling around the left side of the perimeter. The Wolverines pass it to the right side of the perimeter. Iggy Brazdakis, who had it for a moment right there, and the ball now into the hands at the top of the key here with Jordan Poole passing the ball off. Right wing of the perimeter, Livers, the feed that low up and good by John Teskey, the 7'1" center from Medina, Ohio, puts that one into the net, up and in. 12-10, Michigan is up with 15:05 left to go in the first. Michigan State with the ball, dribbling with Winston now at the right side of the perimeter. Winston is guarded and passes the ball here to Kyle Ahrens. Oh, that's a three-point from the outside. Matt McQuaid hits that one. Gets it to go 13-12. Michigan State up by 1. 14:45 left to go in the first, and a huge three-point shot early in this one by Matt McQuaid. Michigan now with the ball left wing of the perimeter, dribbling to the top of the key here. This is Isaiah Livers, who passes the ball off. Back to the left wing for Michigan, trying to dribble inside. Hook shot, and laying it up and in. Off the backboard, my Michigan takes the lead back 14-13 with 14:22 left to go in the first. Michigan State with the ball down by 1, moving around the perimeter here. Ahrens passes the ball back to Cassius Winston, the leading assist man in the Big Ten. Passes the ball left wing 3. Nothing but net from the outside. Kenny Goins delivering from three-point range from Michigan State, and they take back the lead, 16-14 Spartans. Wolverines with the ball, top of the key with John Teskey, passes the ball to Brazdakis. Now they're moving the ball around the left side of the perimeter here. Top of the key 3 from Michigan, and the three-ball party continues. Delivering from the outside is Isaiah Livers. 17-16, Michigan State just turned over the ball. Michigan with it back again, dribbling inside the low post. Michigan turns over the ball, dribbling between defenders. Michigan State gets it back. We have 13 minutes, 30 seconds left to go in the first. The score is Michigan 17, Michigan State 16. Kyle Ahrens dribbling with the ball behind the perimeter. Hands off the ball to Matt McQuaid into the hands of Cassius Winston. Cassius Winston, what a pass. Low post to McQuaid. Kicks it back outside. Passing around the perimeter. Winston now with it. Floats up the shot inside the key. No good. Hits the top of the rim right there, and we do have a foul call with 13:10 remaining. Gonna update the chat here with a score. Feel free to like my videos, share, and subscribe to my channel. I'll be doing play-by-play and live reactions all season long, and of course into the March Madness tournament as well. 17-16 game here. As we got a foul that was just called. 13:10 remaining. Looks like Michigan State will inbound the ball here. So Michigan State will get the ball back on the inbound. What's up, man? Thank you so much for joining me. Cassius Winston's got it back. Trying to dribble inside. Low post. Floats up the shot. Up and in by Cassius Winston. Taking back the lead 18-17 for the Battle of Michigan. Spartans up by 1 here. Thank you so much for joining me. Feel free to like my videos, share, and subscribe to my channel as well. Doing play-by-play live reaction all season long, getting you into the March Madness tournament less than a month away, 3 weeks away to Selection Sunday. Dribbling with a ball around the perimeters. Michigan, and we do have a foul called on Tom Izzo's squad once again. Izzo. Right now, I think that was Beeline actually with a blue and yellow tie. Not too happy about it, yeah. So Michigan will get the ball back here on the inbound with 12:35 remaining. Dribbling at the top of the key of the perimeter with it at the right wing with it. Simpson here, and he passes the ball off left wing to Jordan Poole, who had a huge 22-point game on Thursday against Minnesota. No good from three-point range. Rebounded by the Spartans. As Matt McQuaid passes the ball back to Winston. Now they go low post with it. Jumper, Kenny Goins up and in. Kenny Goins, 20-17. Michigan State up by 3. Kenny Goins right now ranks 4th in the Big Ten in rebounds per game. He averages 9 rebounds per game. Coming off a 10-point rebound game against Ohio State last Sunday and a 12-point rebound game in the win against Rutgers on Wednesday. Here's Michigan trying to dribble low post. And they turn it over to Michigan State inside. The ball is bouncing in between the feet of defenders. Michigan State picks it up. Spartans up 20-17. Trying to dribble in there. Cassius Winston. And a foul called by Michigan. So Winston will go to the line for 2 when we get back from commercial break. Right now, I'm going to update you guys with a chat. 20-17. Michigan State up by 3. against Michigan here with 11:39 remaining. So this is game number 1. And now game number 2 out of game 2 today. Game number 1 was Xavier against Villanova that I finished up about 35 minutes ago, and I cannot believe that Villanova lost that game. That was crazy right there. Xavier used the 17-0 advantage in the middle of the second half to beat Villanova. But here we are in this game. Going to update you with a box score since we're on a commercial break. Michigan State's up by 3. Thank you so much for joining me, and feel free to like my video, share, and subscribe to my channel if you'd like as well. Going into the box score here. 8 points leading the way is Kenny Goins for the Spartans. And then right behind them, there's 2 players tied with 4 points right now. Xavier Tillman and Matt McQuaid with 4. Aaron Henry with 2. Cassius Winston only with 2 points right now. He's the leading scorer coming into this game for Michigan State. Cassius Winston coming off that huge 28.8 assist game on Wednesday in the win against Rutgers. We're on a TV timeout right here with 11:39 remaining. Going to get back to action in just a minute. Michigan, with their leading scorer right now, it's John Teskey. He's coming off a game with 5 blocks against Minnesota on Thursday. He has 7 points already today. And then 6 points off the bench is Isaiah Livers. 2 for 3 from the outside shooting right now for Isaiah. And adding in 2 points, Iggy Brazdakis and Xavier Simpson right now for Michigan. Already 4 assists currently by Cassius Winston. He's first in the conference in the Big Ten in assists per game. And Cassius Winston ranks 4th in all of college basketball as well in average assists per game. He averages, let's see, once I get him up, 7.4 assists per game. The number 1 assist man in all of college basketball is John Morant of Murray State. He could be a number 3 NBA draft pick, as John Morant averages about 20 points per game, and he also averages about 10 assists per game. It's absolutely crazy what Morant's been doing this season. Looking forward to hopefully Murray State will make it into the tournament. I think a lot of these mid-major teams here hopefully will be able to make it in over some of these power conference teams that finish the season off with like 20-12 records overall, but they have a losing record in their conference, like an Ohio State or something like that. I think some of these mid-major teams should definitely deserve more consideration than an Ohio State or Minnesota or Seton Hall or Georgetown at this point, because some of these teams, if they can't make it into the tournament and they have a record of like what 25-5 at the end of the season, that's crazy. But here we are. We're almost back to action here. Michigan State is up 20-17 against Michigan, and Winston will go to the free throw line here to shoot 2 shots. Cassius Winston on the season is shooting the ball at 82% from the charity stripe. Here's his first one. Hits it. 21-17. Michigan State up by 4. So the first shot went by Cassius. Here's the second one. He hits that one as well. 22-17. Michigan to inbound the ball. They get it past the timeline. And that is Eli Brooks, who had the ball for a moment. Hands it off to Teskey. Now it passes it. Left wing of the perimeter here from Michigan. Open three-pointer by Michigan. Hits it from the outside. 22-20. Michigan State up by 2 here off the three-point shots by the Wolverines. They take it past the timeline here for the Spartans. And they pass the ball left wing of the perimeter to Kyle Ahrens. Dribbling towards the top of the key. And he passes the ball off, almost stolen by Eli Brooks, but Michigan State gets it back as it was tipped back to Ahrens. And the ball goes into the hands of the leading assist man in the conference, Cassius Winston. 22-20, 4 on the shot clock. Winston trying to dribble baseline underneath the basket, laying it up and in by Cassius Winston. 24-20. Right there, Michigan State up by 4 with 10:45 left to go in the first. Michigan takes the ball past the timeline. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you so much for the like as well. I appreciate it. Feel free to like my videos, share, and subscribe to my channel. I'll be doing play-by-play and live reactions all season long. Missed shot by Michigan. Offensive rebound by Iggy, and it cannot go in inside the low post. Too strong off the backboard. Rebounded by the Spartans. 24-20, Michigan State feeding the ball inside. Low post, here we are. Tillman kicks the ball back outside. Top of the key, 3. Up and in by Michigan State. Kenny Goins delivering. 27-20. 10-10 left to go in the first. Michigan with a ball into the hands of Iggy Brasdakis, largest lead of the game for the Spartans. 27 points, and we're not even halfway through the first, and now we are. Three-pointer goes down for Michigan. From the outside, and he hit it. That was number 3, Xavier Simpson, the point guard for Michigan, on a real shooting clinic we have here so far. 27 points by Michigan State, 23 by Michigan, and we still have 9 minutes, 38 seconds left to go in the first. Dribbling right side of the perimeter, and the ball stolen. Michigan has it off the steal, cutting and weaving in between the fenders and putting it up and in the bucket. 27-25. What a play by Michigan right there off the fast break. And it will be a goaltend called by Michigan State on that last play. So Michigan did get the basket in as they were weaving in and past defenders right there and laid it up and in. What a game. 2-point game with 9:23 remaining. Michigan State now with the ball. Kyle Ahrens, and it's almost stolen away once again by Jordan Poole. But the ball will go back to Michigan State here with 9:18 remaining. So the Spartans here will inbound it once again. Matt McQuaid will pass the ball off to Cassius Winston at the backcourt. He passes the Michigan M logo and dribbles towards the left wing. It's Winston now with McQuaid. And now the ball goes back. They kick it outside. Left corner 3. Kyle Ahrens. He misses it. Offensive rebound by Thomas Kithier off the bench here for Michigan State. Right corner 3. No good by Cassius. Fight for the rebound. Michigan has it. 2-point game. 8:53 remaining. Michigan setting up the offense here. So the ball goes into the hands of Simpson's hands, dribbling towards the left corner. Simpson passes the ball. Top of the key 3. Deep 3. No good by Jordan Poole. Rebounded by Michigan State. 8:35 remaining in the first. Right wing of the perimeter. Matt McQuaid passes the ball off to the top of the key with Cassius Winston. Catch and shoot McQuaid. Deep 2 from the elbow. No good. Rebounded here by Michigan with 8:24 remaining. 2-point lead for the Spartans. 3 ball from the outside. Left wing. Up and in. Michigan takes the lead right back. 28-27. Iggy Brasdakis. Shooting from the outside and showing you his touch. 8 minutes and 8 seconds left to go. Michigan on an 8-0 run. Michigan State with the ball at the right wing of the perimeter with Matt McQuaid. McQuaid passes the ball back here. Dribbling. Cassius Winston feeds the ball out. And now it's to the left wing here with Kyle Ahrens. Trying to dribble underneath the basket. No good. We have a foul on the play. Looks like Michigan State will go to the line for 2. Going to update the score here. Michigan is on an 8-0 run, and they just took the lead back as Michigan State was up by 8, but Iggy Brasdakis showing you his touch from the outside. 28 Michigan, 27 Michigan State. And feel free to like my videos, share, and subscribe to my videos. I'll be doing play-by-play and live reactions all season long. So thank you so much for joining me, and I'm getting you ready for the March Madness tournament. We're about a month away right now. What a game we have. 2 of these teams look like they could be going really far in that March Madness tournament as well. Not even a month away. Here we are. So right now we're going to some of these stats inside the box score. We're on a TV timeout. 7:51 left to go in the first. Michigan State's leading scorer is Kenny Goins. He has 11 points right now. So Goins leading the way for the Spartans at this point in the game. We're on a TV timeout. Thank you so much for joining me. Feel free to like my videos, share, and subscribe to my channel. I'll be doing play-by-play and live reactions all season long to college basketball games throughout the season, conference tournaments, and the March Madness tournament coming up very shortly in a few weeks. Michigan right now leading the scoring. Xavier Simpson with 8 points. Coming off the bench, Isaiah Livers with 6, and John Teskey with 7 points right now for Michigan. And thank you so much for the like. I appreciate it as well. We're in a TV timeout here. We'll look into some of the team stats. Haven't done that. Both of these teams absolutely electric. Off the chart shooting the ball right now. Michigan State, 62.5% shooting from the field. Michigan, 55.6%. We still have 7 minutes, 51 seconds in this game before halftime. And both of these teams are at 28 and 27 points. This is crazy. The last game that I did the stream for, Villanova against Xavier, I think the halftime score for that one, we were at the half, and I think that both of those teams barely even made it to 30. at the half. North Carolina State couldn't even do that a couple of Saturdays ago. They managed to only score 24 points in that loss against Virginia Tech. But here we are, a lot of scoring in this one so far. And it's been a weird game for Michigan, a lot of scoring, because Michigan currently is what are they? They're going to be like, yeah, they're third best team in the nation in scoring defense for Michigan. They only allow opponents to about 58 points per game, but right now already Michigan State scored 27 on them, and we still have 7:51 left to go in the first. So we're almost back to action here. Looking to see if there's any other stats that stick out. Michigan State right now with 6 assists, and that's by Cassius Winston, who has 4 right now. He's leading the Big Ten in assists per game. He averages 7.4 assists per game. And also, Cassius Winston ranks 4th in all of college basketball in total assists per game. So feel free to like my videos, share, and subscribe to my channel. I'll be doing play-by-play and live reactions all season long throughout this season, conference tournaments, and of course, don't miss out on the March Madness tournament. We're almost back to the Battle of Michigan. Michigan 28, Michigan State 27. And Michigan State shooting free throws at the line with 7:51 left to go with Kyle Ahrens, number 0, the junior from Versailles, Ohio. Here he is at the line. He's an 88% free throw shooter. Hits the first. We're tied up at 28. So if you're just joining us, Michigan State's at the free throw line. They just hit their first shot with Kyle Ahrens, and they'll go back to the free throw line to see if they can knock down their second. The score is 28-28 with 7:51 remaining, and that was a miss off the top part of the iron. Rebounded by Michigan. Here we go. Michigan takes it past the timeline. It's Xavier Simpson, second in assists in the Big Ten behind Cassius Winston of Michigan State. Michigan with the ball, trying to dribble baseline, low post. No good. He's denied. Going the other way, Michigan State with the ball. Matt McQuaid passes the ball here to Winston, setting up the offense for the Spartans. Right wing of the perimeters to McQuaid. McQuaid passes it back to Winston at the edge of the Michigan M logo. Winston at the top of the key, trying to dribble towards the right side of the perimeter, dribbling underneath the basket, feeds the ball up and in. 5th assist of the game for Cassius Winston, and an easy bucket by Xavier Tillman of Michigan State. 30-28 Spartans take the lead right back. 7 minutes left to go in the first half. Iggy Brazdeikis with the ball. He passes the ball left wing here for Michigan. Left wing 3 from the outside. Hits the rim short. Offensive rebound by John Teske. Stripped of the ball. Rebounded by Michigan State. Winston takes the ball past the timeline here. They're up by 2 with the Spartans. Winston dribbling underneath the basket. Kicks the ball. Left corner 3. Matt McQuaid. No good. Rattled out. Rebounded. Offensive rebound by Xavier Tillman. Right wing 3. Kyle Ahrens. No good. Couldn't get it to go. Rebounded by Michigan. 6.5 remaining before the half. Michigan with a burst of speed past defenders, up and in to the bucket for 2. 30 even. Michigan State 3-pointer missed, rebounded by Xavier Simpson here with 6:15 left to go. Michigan with the ball. They take it past the timeline. Simpson at the top of the key, slowing down the offense. They've scored 5 points in the last 3 minutes and 20 seconds. Hey, thank you so much, man. I appreciate it. 6 minutes left to go. Michigan with the ball. Right wing, dribbling towards the right side of the baseline is Iggy Brazdeikis. Brazdeikis kicks the ball back outside. Left elbow jumper for 2. No good by Michigan. Last touch out of bounds by Brazdeikis, and the ball goes out of bounds. So Michigan State will get the ball back here with under 6 minutes left to play. And if you haven't done so as well, feel free to like my videos, share, and subscribe to my channel. I'll be doing play-by-play and live reactions all season long throughout the college basketball season. And, of course, don't miss out on the March Madness tournament. We're tied up at 30 here. 5:35 remaining. Matt McQuaid kicks the ball back outside. Here's Cassius Winston dribbling at the left wing of the perimeter. Now he's trying to go inside. Oh, he bumped a man, and Michigan takes the charge, and they'll get the ball back. Cassius Winston right there lowers his shoulders. He was trying to dribble at the free throw circle, and it looks like Michigan with number 0, David DeJulius right there off the bench for the Wolverines takes the charge, and it'll be a turnover. Tied up at 30. I'm going to update the score here, 30-30, and Michigan will get the ball in the inbounds. We have 5 minutes, 20 seconds left to go before halftime. Both of these teams have been electric, shooting the ball early on in this game. Michigan now at the baseline jumper, deep two, no good towards the right side. Rebounded by Michigan State. Cassius Winston passes the ball here to McQuaid at the right wing of the perimeter. Matt McQuaid dribbling past the group of defenders and he gets stripped of the ball. Stolen away by Michigan. Under 5 remaining in the first. Michigan going the distance. They could not lay it in. And it's rebounded by Michigan State. We do have a foul called. And it was a rebound by Michigan State, but it looked like it was last touched out of bounds by the Spartans. So I think the Wolverines will get this back with 4:53. Yes, they do. So here we are. Michigan will inbound the ball. 4:53 remaining. Tied up at 30. Left wing of the perimeter from Michigan now. They have the ball. Jordan Poole hands it off and now goes to the top of the key here. Xavier Simpson dribbling towards the right side of the perimeter. Sets up Iggy. Iggy with the ball stolen away. Nobody to beat. Going and laying it up off the basket. Cassius Winston for 2 more. Michigan State with a 32-30 advantage. Under 4.5 left to play. The Spartans up by 2. Wolverines with the ball will try this again. Left wing of the perimeter here from Michigan. Michigan in the yellow home jerseys. Michigan State in the dark green and white jerseys. Michigan with the ball at the left corner of the perimeter. They pass it off to the left wing here. Now dribbling towards the top of the key with it. Trying to go inside for Michigan. Past the group of defenders. Up and in. It goes home for Charles Matthews of the Wolverines. We're tied up at 32. Michigan State with the ball. They take it past the timeline with 3:50 remaining. At the free throw circle here, Kenny Goins passes it off. And Matt McQuaid takes the 3. No good. Rebounded up and in off the tip-in. Kenny Goins putting that one home. Michigan State out in front once again, 34-32. Both of these teams are so even right now. 3:33 left to go in the first. Michigan with the ball, left wing of the perimeter here for the Wolverines. They're dribbling towards the top of the key with it. This is Jordan Poole dribbling with the ball with a burst of speed past defenders. No, he cannot get it up and in. Too strong off the backboard, but Jordan Poole gets fouled, and he'll go to the line for 2. So once we get back after commercial break here on the stream, Michigan will shoot some free throws here. But wow, what a game. Both of these teams are pretty much even. Going to update the chat here with a score. Feel free to like my videos, share and subscribe to my channel if you guys wish as well. I'll be doing play-by-play and live reactions all season long to college basketball games, so stay in the know here throughout the remainder of the college basketball season into the March Madness tournament as well. 3:19 remaining in the 3:19 remaining in the first, and it's Michigan State with 34, Michigan with 32. I accidentally put the ST right there, but yeah, Michigan State 34, Michigan 32. We have 3:19 remaining once we get back before halftime. So let's see right now. Looking at the box score as we go into this, Kenny Goins leading the scoring right now for Michigan State. He has 13 points currently in this one for the Spartans. Right behind him is Cassius Winston, 8 points right now and 5 assists. Cassius Winston, this season coming into this game, he ranks first in the Big Ten in assists per game, and he ranks 4th in all of college basketball in assists per game as well. We look to what else is going on right now, and we see Xavier Simpson leading the scoring for Michigan. 10 points currently for the Wolverines for Simpson. Second on the team in scoring right now is John Teske, coming off that 5-block game against Minnesota on Thursday. Right now, Teske with 7 points at this point in the game. Going to look at some of these team stats. Both of these teams shot the ball red hot and electric from the field to start. Michigan State shooting the ball at 56.5% right now. Michigan shooting the ball at 48% from the field at this point in the game. From the outside, the Spartans are 4 for 11 shooting right now, and Michigan is 5 for 12 shooting at 3-point shots from the outside. Michigan out-rebounding Michigan State 14-11. If you haven't done so yet, feel free to like my videos, share, and subscribe to my channel as well. I'll be doing play-by-play and live reactions all season long to college basketball games throughout the remainder of this season into the conference tournaments and into the March Madness tournament as well. We're on a TV timeout here with 3:19 left to go. in the first. Interesting stat here that I'm seeing. Michigan's turned the ball over 6 times so far in this game. On the season, the Wolverines have let's see, I think they've turned over the ball the fewest amount of times. Yeah, they're right now the number 1 team in fewest turnovers per game. The Michigan Wolverines are. They average only 9.2 turnovers per game, but right now they've turned over the ball 6 times in the first half, and we're not even done right here with the first half. We still have 3:19 left to go. We're almost back to action here to Ann Arbor. Full crowd decked out in yellow at home at Michigan. Remember, this is game number 1 out of game 2 that they'll face each other. That Michigan State will host Michigan on Saturday, March 9th at a time to be determined. So this is only the first game out of 2 between them this season in the regular season, and they might meet again in the Big Ten Conference Tournament Championships. I wouldn't be surprised. Maybe Purdue might get there, but most likely these 2 teams again. So we're almost back to action here. What a game. Both of these teams are dead even with each other. It's going lead change to lead change, lead change to tie. We've been tied quite a bit throughout this game, and there's been a good amount of lead changes as well. 34 Michigan State, 32 Michigan with 3:19 left to go, and we're back to action, and Michigan will be shooting 2 at the free throw line here with Jordan Poole. First shot, and it goes down. 34-33. Jordan Poole hit his first. He's a 79% free throw shooter. Jordan Poole hits his second. He had a conference season high 22 points against Minnesota in the win on Thursday for Michigan. We're tied up at 34. 3:12 left to go. Michigan State with the ball. Winston dribbling around the perimeter, passing the ball here. Left wing to Kyle Ahrens. Goes back to Ahrens, passes off to Winston. Top of the key here with Cassius Winston. Dribbling towards the right side of the perimeter. Passing the ball off here to Kerry Goins. Kenny Goins passes off to Winston. Right wing of the perimeter for Winston, trying to take it for a moment inside. He feeds it, and it's a jumper from the right baseline. No good by Kenny Goins. Rebounded by Michigan. 2:43 remaining. Michigan with a ball. They take it past the timeline here with Xavier Simpson. Simpson passes the ball to the left wing of the perimeter. Dribbling towards the right wing. Jordan Poole passes the ball off the feet inside to John Teske. Teske, and no good. He's denied, but John Teske underneath the basket will shoot 2 at the free throw line. So Michigan State commits another foul. So I'll update the chat here since we have a little stoppage in time. And if you haven't done so at this moment, feel free to like my video, share, and subscribe to my channel, as I'll be doing this all season long and throughout the March Madness tournament. First shot from the line goes down by Michigan with 2.5 minutes remaining. 35 Michigan, 34 Michigan State. Thomas Kithier goes back to the bench as he hasn't scored a point this game. Second shot from the line, no good. Rebounded by Michigan State. 1-point lead by the Wolverines. Michigan State takes it past the timeline at the left side of the 3-point arc now. Cassius Winston passes the ball to the top of the free throw circle here, dribbling with Xavier Tillman. Tillman at the right wing of the 3-point arc, looking for somebody to pass it to. Pass it left wing to Matt McQuaid. McQuaid bumps into a Michigan defender. No foul called, and he drains the 3-pointer from the top of the key. 37-35. Michigan State takes back the lead. Matt McQuaid showing you the touch from behind the arc. Wolverines with the ball down by 2 with 1:50 left before the half. Michigan now passes the ball right wing to Jordan Poole. Poole at the top of the key trying to dribble now. Past a group of defenders inside. He cannot get the bucket. Rebounded by Iggy. Stolen out of his hands though. Michigan State gets the ball. And trying to go the length of the court for Michigan State, and the foul called right there. The pass, Kyle Ahrens threw the ball inside the low post there to Michigan State. Michigan State gets fouled. That was, I think, Xavier Tillman, number 23, who will, I think it's 23, Xavier Tillman. Yep, Xavier Tillman will be going to the line for 2 here. He tried to put it up and in off the basket for Michigan State, but he got fouled on the play. So Tillman, 6 points today, 3 rebounds. 37-35, trying to build on the Spartans' lead. They do. Michigan State is currently up 38-35 with 1:33 left before the half. So Xavier Tillman shooting the ball at 71% from the free throw line. Here's a second one. Hits them both. 39-35 Spartans up by 4 here. As Michigan gets the inbound. As the ball is dribbled past the Michigan logo by Xavier Simpson. At the top of the key here for Simpson. Passes the ball left wing of the perimeter here for Michigan. They're down by 4 with 1:20 remaining. Michigan with the ball back to Simpson at the top of the key. Trying to feed it back to his player inside, and the shot cannot go, and off the hands of a Michigan State defender, and out of bounds of Michigan. We'll get the ball back here with 1:10 remaining. Gonna update you guys with a chat once again. The score is Michigan State 39, Michigan 35. Both of these teams have been pretty much even. And here we go. Michigan will inbound it. So feel free to like my videos, share, and subscribe to my channel, as I'll be doing play-by-play and live reactions all season long. Three-pointer missed by Michigan. Offensive rebound by Iggy, and it goes up and in. Off the backboard by Iggy Brazdeikis with 53 seconds remaining. 39-37. Michigan down by 2. Michigan State with the ball up by 2. The Spartans moving the ball around the perimeter. Now they try to go inside with a ball on the ground. The player falls, but they kick it back outside. Kyle Ahrens passes that one, and it goes all the way to the backcourt, and it'll be a backcourt violation by Michigan State. So it'll be a turnover by the Spartans, and Michigan will get the ball back. The defense right there on that play from Michigan came alive and forced the ball to go to the backcourt and to be a turnover right there. So Michigan will get the inbound here at their side of the court as well, with 28.7 seconds remaining before halftime. They just updated the score here, so here we are. The Wolverines inbound the ball. John Teskey got into his hands, and he handed it off here to Xavier Simpson. Simpson at the left wing of the perimeter with 20 seconds remaining before halftime. Trying to put a game plan together to dial up the final shot before the half, and that's exactly what they do, as John Beilein calls a timeout for the Wolverines. So we'll be back after the TV timeout. Feel free to like my videos, share, and subscribe to my channel. I'll be doing play-by-play and live reactions all season long to college basketball games throughout the remainder of the season and into the March Madness tournament as well, where both of these teams are destined to go, and hopefully they'll make strong runnings in the March Madness tournament. So 14 seconds left before halftime, and once we get back after the John Beilein timeout, Michigan will get the ball back on the inbound. So leading the scoring here, I'll go into the box score once we get to halftime. Kenny Goins is leading the scoring with 13 points for Michigan State, and right now for Michigan, it looks like Xavier Simpson is leading the scoring with 10 points for the Wolverines. So here we are. Michigan inbounds the ball. 12 seconds left before the half. They hand it off to Iggy Brazdeikis. Brazdeikis passes the ball here, left wing of the perimeter for Michigan, trying to drop a shot. 3 seconds left, trying to go inside. No good. They couldn't float it over the top off the backboard, and the ball goes out of bounds, and it looks like Michigan State will have the 2-point advantage at the half. So right now we're at halftime. I'm going to update the score for everyone here in the chat. Michigan State 39, Michigan 37. Both of these teams have been dead even. We've seen a bunch of ties inside that first half. A couple of lead changes here and there, but wow, what an incredible game so far. Both of these teams just absolutely electric on offense, shooting the ball right now from the field. So at halftime, we'll go into the box score. We'll look into other college basketball games going on today as well, and we'll look into some of the team stats here and into the Big Ten conference standings as well. So thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate it, and if you haven't done so right now, you're welcome to like my videos, and feel free to share and subscribe to my channel if you wish as well. I'll be doing this all season long, as we're less than a month away from March Madness as well. We're about, I think, a month even to Selection Sunday. So this is where both of these teams are destined to go to, and we'll see if either Michigan State or Michigan, or will both of them get a 1 seed or most likely a 2 seed for the tournament. We'll see how that goes. So right now, we're at halftime. Spartans up by 2. We'll go over the box score here. So Kenny Goins is leading the scoring right now with 13 points at the half for Michigan State. He has 2 rebounds to go along with that. Second on the team in scoring right now for Michigan State is a tie between Xavier Tillman and Cassius Winston. Tillman right now with 8 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists, and Cassius Winston with 8 points right now at the half. 2 steals, 5 assists to go along with that. Cassius Winston on the season is 4th in all of college basketball in average assists per game, as Cassius Winston coming into this matchup averaged 7.4 assists per game. He also leads the scoring for Michigan State as he is 4th in the Big Ten in total points per game. He averages just below 19 points per game. So we're at halftime here between Michigan State and Michigan, just going over the box score in the first half. And let's see, leading the way for the Wolverines, Xavier Simpson, the point guard for Michigan. 10 points right now for the Wolverines. He has only 1 assist. He currently ranks right behind Cassius Winston, 2nd in the Big Ten in assists for Xavier Simpson. He has 43 assists in the month of February alone right now. But yeah, it looks like he's leading the scoring currently at this one with 10 points. John Teske right behind him, 2nd in scoring at halftime with 8 points for Michigan right now. John Teske coming off that 5-block game against Minnesota back on Thursday with that one in. Also, let's see where Jordan Poole is. Jordan Poole only has 4 points right now. He was the leading scorer against Minnesota in the last game. He led the Wolverines with 22 points in that game. This is shocking, though, that Michigan has allowed the Spartans to 39 points in the first half, as right now in college basketball, the Michigan Wolverines are 3rd right now in scoring defense. They only allow their opponents to average about 57.7 points per game. The number 1 team in scoring defense right now in college basketball is the Virginia Cavaliers. But yeah, this has been a shock, giving up 39 points to Michigan State right now in the first half. But this game is great to watch. Both of these teams have been dead even from the start. So I just cannot wait for the second half to begin with both of these teams. We'll go into the team stats here, as both of these teams have been absolutely electric shooting the ball from the field. Michigan State shooting at 56% from the field in that first half. Michigan at 43.3% from the field. Their percentage did drop quite a bit towards the end before the half. Both of the teams shooting the ball from the outside. They're 5 for 12, shooting 3-pointers right now at the half. Let's see. Michigan is out rebounding Michigan State 19-12 there. So that is something that Michigan has done well in the first half, is just out rebound the Spartans at that. But one thing that I noticed in the stat line is actually that Michigan has turned over the ball 7 times in this game, which is surprising. Coming into this game, they have the fewest amount of turnovers out of any team in college basketball, and they've turned over the ball 7 times. They only average about just above 9 turnovers per game. So that's hurt Michigan just a little bit in this one. So we'll go over the Big Ten Conference standings here, and we see that Michigan is tied with Michigan State and Purdue. All 3 of those teams are 13-3 in the conference. And then right behind them is Maryland, Wisconsin, and Iowa right now. And currently on the bubble is Ohio State and Minnesota at 7-9. Trying to fight their way into the March Madness tournament. Ohio State, to note, does not have a single victory against an AP top 25 team. They currently have a record of 17-10. And right now they're on the verge of the bubble and dropping out of the March Madness tournament projections. But right now between these 2 teams, we'll go over the schedule here for the upcoming games. Michigan State will play on the road next at Bloomington, Indiana, to play against the Hoosiers next Saturday at noon. That's 12 p.m. Eastern time if you live in the east part of the U.S. here, also known as 11 a.m. Central Time, and so on with 10 a.m. Mountain Time, 9 a.m. Pacific Time. But here we are, next game against Indiana next Saturday, as Indiana's really struggled. 4-12 right now in the conference for the Hoosiers, 13-14 overall. it wasn't that long ago. Like earlier this week, they were in contention for being a bubble team in the March Madness tournament projection, but all that just dropped out as Indiana's just lost a bunch of games. The only team that they managed to beat out of that gigantic losing streak that they went on, I think they lost like 7 in a row, and then they beat one of those teams. That was Michigan State, and it was a surprise. It was in overtime at home, and here we are again. Michigan State will travel to Bloomington again to take on Indiana. It looks like Indiana has just like fallen apart. They were in the top 25 at one point, and they've just completely collapsed from it. I don't know how, but they went from being top 25 to losing a bunch of games there. But after that, for Michigan State, they'll be at home against the Nebraska Cornhuskers. Nebraska was another one of those teams that happened to be in the bubble at one point, and they have a 5-12 conference record, which isn't good enough to show for that. And now they're looking like they'll be into the NIT. Definitely not the March Madness tournament unless they somehow win the entire Big Ten tournament title, which is tough to do when you're going up against Michigan and Michigan State and Purdue as well. And then the final game of the season is the last game against Michigan. Michigan State will host Michigan at East Lansing. That's on Saturday, March 9th at a time to be determined. Make note of that game. That is the same day that Duke plays against North Carolina again in Chapel Hill. So there's a lot of games that's to be determined because they have to set that up with the TV schedules and TV contracts to see what games to provide at the best times for everybody as well. And since we're at halftime, we'll look at the score here, the schedule coming up for the Michigan Wolverines. As we see Michigan, number 7 right now in the nation. They're home for their next game, playing against Nebraska, as I noted before. They were on the bubble at one point, and now they're looking like NIT destined. As Michigan will host them in Ann Arbor Thursday night, 7 p.m. Eastern time. And then Michigan will play Maryland again. That game will be at Maryland Sunday at 3:45 p.m. Eastern time. And then, of course, the Michigan versus Michigan State game. So my next stream after this will be Tuesday night. It'll be Virginia Tech against Duke. That'll be my next stream after this. So feel free to join me on that stream again. I'll schedule it probably on Monday night or so for that one. But yeah, pretty good game so far today. Both of these teams just dead even. I did a stream earlier today, Villanova against Xavier. Now, Villanova, the defending national champions, have lost 3 games in a row now. They just lost to Xavier, who a week ago, or actually 8 days ago, they were dead last in the Big East at tied for 9th position with Providence. And coming into that game, they were 7th in the conference. And since they won that game, now they're tied for 4th with Seton Hall. So Xavier is on a 4-game winning streak, and that was a huge win they had. How about this? Looking at the other scores right now at halftime, Cincinnati with a record of 23-4 as they won their game today. Central Florida absolutely destroyed the life out of SMU today. Oh my goodness. I think that was like the largest win since like 2003 by Central Florida. They're looking like a tournament team right now. They were an at-large for a long time, but they beat SMU today 95-48. Absolutely huge win for UCF, and looking like they'll be in the March Madness tournament. Watch out for that team as well, because Taco Fall is the number 1 shooter in the country. He's the tallest player in all of college basketball. The guy is 7'6", and Taco Fall dropped 23 points and 20 rebounds in today's win for Central Florida. Absolutely crazy. Wow. So the Patriot League today, it looked like Lehigh was the number 1 team coming into today, but they lost by 2 points against Holy Cross. And I'm looking at the TV screen. Bucknell absolutely destroyed their opponent today. What was that? 118-76. Yeah, they played Lafayette. Oh my God, they crushed them. So Bucknell is now the number 1 team in the Patriot League. Only 1 team from that league gets an automatic bid into March Madness because it's one of those smaller leagues or so, which brings up the case with the Ohio State and Minnesota stuff with teams with a 7-9 records in the conference. Can they make it into March Madness even with a losing record at this point? That's what it brings up. Or do you take a second team out of a mid-major conference that finishes the season with like a 28-5 record that lost in the conference championship game. Like, say if Murray State loses in the conference championship game, like, do they get put in? Because if last year, if Loyola Chicago had lost in the conference tournament championship game, they would have got put into the NIT, and they wouldn't even have been in the NCAA tournament, which all of you know what happened, the result there. They got all the way to the Final Four, and then they lost to Michigan. But this is like the year of all like the mid-major teams, and they always make an explosion into the tournament. And I wouldn't be surprised to see some dark horse team go all the way to the Elite Eight, Final Four again. And watch out, because that team could be Murray State. Also, another one of those teams that could make it far could be Houston. Definitely. Only one loss this season. They shoot the ball really well. They're number 2 right now behind Texas Tech in, I think it's three-point shooting percentage for their opponents. They allow like a really low shooting percentage to their opponents. They also are like top 10 in the nation in scoring defense as well. So they're a team to watch out for, as well as for teams that will fall this week in the AP Top 25. Look for Tennessee to fall, since they've lost 2 out of their past 3 games, as Tennessee lost against LSU yesterday. They fouled LSU with 0.2 seconds remaining in that game, and then LSU hit both of their shots from the free throw line and won it as well. Texas Tech should be on the rise, as they absolutely obliterated Kansas yesterday. Kansas should be dropping. They've lost 3 of their starting players since the beginning of the season. Their only 3-point shooting threat, LaGerald Vick, announced a couple of weeks ago that he was stepping down from the Kansas Jayhawk program. So Kansas hasn't been able to shoot the ball as well from 3-point range after they lost LaGerald Vick from their team. As Texas Tech with Garrett Culvert's a team to watch out for as well. Teams dropping down, look for Villanova to drop, as they've lost 3 games in a row. All 3 games have been on the road, and they allowed Xavier to go on to a 17-0 run in the middle of the second half of that game, and they lost to Xavier today. So expect the defending national champions to drop. As far as new teams inside the top 25, I think Cincinnati should probably be back in. They keep on winning games. I think they have because they won today. I think they have a record of, I think, like 23-4 right now. So they just keep on winning games along with that. So look like they might be back inside the top 25. But right now inside the Big Ten, we have 6 teams in the top 25. Number 7, Michigan. Number 10, Michigan State. Number 15, Purdue. And then number 21, Iowa. Number 22, Wisconsin. And number 24, Maryland as well. As we are almost getting ready to go back to action in the second half. If you haven't done so at this moment, feel free to like my videos, share, and subscribe to my channel. I'll be doing play-by-play and live reactions all season long throughout college basketball, and of course into the March Madness tournament as well. So getting you ready for the March Madness tournament. We're about less than a month away before tip-off for those Thursday games that start off the actual tournament. We do have those play-in games on the Tuesday and Wednesday before the tournament. Usually 2 16 seeds go at it on the Tuesday, 1 16 seed game on the Tuesday, another one on the Wednesday, and then we usually have like an 11 versus an 11 playing games in recent past, and maybe like a 12 versus a 12. So we'll see how that goes. But the actual games that gets broadcast on CBS, those don't start until the Thursday for that one. So we're almost back here. And that's covered by Turner Sports. I think it's like a 4 TV channel thing. CBS, True TV, TNT, and TBS covering the tournament. And, of course, the 2 Final Four games in the national championship are on CBS as well. So here we are at halftime, 39-37. Michigan State up by 2. 10 points off of turnovers here by the Spartans in that first half. Only 2 by Michigan. That's what's been the difference. 7 turnovers as well by the Wolverines in this game. The last time the Michigan Wolverines cut down the nets in the NCAA March Madness tournament was 1989. They got all the way to the final last year where they lost to Villanova. But here they are again. They started out the season red hot, undefeated. Virginia was the only other team that lasted longer than them as an unbeaten team until they lost to Duke. Here we are back to action. Michigan with a home yellow jerseys, white lettering Michigan State, and the dark green jerseys, white lettering. Michigan now with the ball, passing around the perimeter. Iggy Brazdakis with it. He passes left wing of the perimeter to Charles Matthews. Matthews trying to take it inside at the key now, passes the ball to the right wing behind the perimeter. This is Iggy. Iggy past a group of defenders and cannot get it to fall off the backboard, but he gets fouled. And Iggy Brazdakis, the freshman from Ontario, Canada, will go to the line for 2. So this is how we start things off with 19:37 left to go in this game. Iggy Brazdakis shooting 2 at the line for Michigan. Shooting the ball at 78% from the field, or 78% from the free throw line this season. Here's the first one. Hits it. 39-38. First shot from the line goes down by the leading scorer coming into this game, averaging 14.4 points per game. It's Iggy Brazdakis. Second shot goes down. 39 even right now. Michigan State gets the ball. They take it past the left side of the timeline for the Spartans. Cassius Winston passes the ball here. Kenny Goins back to Winston. Dribbling towards the right side of the perimeter. Now back to the top of the key. Cassius Winston at the edge of the Michigan end. Passes the ball back to Matt McQuaid. Right wing of the perimeter. Matt McQuaid dribbling around. 8 on the shot clock. Looking for a man open. Backcourt door cut right there. Up and in. Laying it over a group of defenders. Floating that one home is Cassius Winston off the Matt McQuaid assist. What a play. 41-39. Spartans up by 2. 7 ties, 12 lead changes. The biggest lead has been Michigan State up by 7. The bucket is up and in for Michigan on the other end. Tied up at 41. Spartans now with the ball. Matt McQuaid with it at the right wing of the perimeter. Dribbling now, trying to go with a burst of speed. And no good as he circled around defenders and couldn't get that one to go off the glass. Too strong, no good. Rebounded by Michigan. 18:33 left to go in this game. Michigan with the ball, passing to the top of the key. Top of the key, 3 by Iggy. No good. But he gets fouled, and Iggy Brazdakis will go to the line for 3 for Michigan. So 3 shots from the line here for the Wolverines in a game that's tied up at 41. Aaron Henry with 3 personal fouls right now on the bench for Michigan State as well. First shot from the line by Iggy. It's good. 42-41 Michigan. Up by 1. Second shot from the line by Brazdakis. Hits that one as well. So it's 43-41 right now. Tom Izzo was fired up and pretty mad and in the face at Aaron Henry after he fouled Iggy Brazdakis for 3 shots. Third shot from the line, and all of them go down. 44-41 it is. Michigan up by 3. The Spartans with the ball. They're passing around the perimeter. Winston, top of the key, passes the ball. Right wing 3 from the outside. No good. Rattled out by Kenny Goins. He gets his own offensive rebound. Winston sets back up the offense at the free throw circle here for Winston. Backs it out behind the 3-point perimeter now and dribbling towards the left side of the perimeter. Cassius Winston dribbling more with the ball, trying to take it up inside, and he's denied. John Teske with a block by Michigan. He had 5 blocks in the last game against Minnesota on Thursday, and the big block is Cassius Winston. Tried to dribble that one inside against him. 18 minutes left to go in the second. Michigan State down by 3. They'll get the ball back on the inbound here. And the first shot from the line by Cassius Winston is good. So 42-44, Michigan State down by 2 right now. Yeah, thank you so much for joining me, man. Feel free to like my video, share, and subscribe to my channel as well. I'll be doing this all season long. And into the March Madness tournament. Both shots from the free throw line go down for Cassius Winston. 1-point lead here by the Wolverines. Left wing of the perimeter here for Charles Matthews of Michigan. Now he's trying to dribble inside, guarded by Kyle Ahrens. Kicks the ball back outside. Isaiah Livers of Michigan passes the ball here, left wing of the perimeter. Xavier Simpson. They feed it down inside the low post, and Simpson's fouled and will be going to the line for 2. So I'm going to update the score. Nice one. Yeah, thanks for joining me, man. I appreciate it. So Michigan's at the line now. 44-43. It's 17:38 remaining. First shot, it goes down by the Wolverines, up 45-43. Classic. So 17:38 left to go in the second. Scores 45. Michigan make it 46 now. They hit both of their free throws from the line. 46-43. Wolverines up by 3. And here we are with Michigan State with the ball. Thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate it. Feel free to like my videos, share, and subscribe to my channel if you wish. If you like college basketball, I'll be doing this all season long throughout the March Madness tournaments. I think that they'll be splitting the series here with a home and home for both of these teams. I'm thinking Michigan will win this one at home, and then when they go back to Michigan State, I think Michigan State will win that one in 2 weeks here. So I think for this one, thinking that Michigan is just going to be the stronger one at home. They're coming into this game undefeated at home. In this game so far, like Tom Izzo's crew is just a little bit chippy right here on the sideline is getting into it right there with one of his players. I think Aaron Henry, who had like a good amount of fouls already for the Spartans as well. So yeah, Tom Izzo wasn't pleased, whatever that was on the sidelines here. Michigan with the ball, and they're up by 3, 46-43 with 17-12 left to go. The feed inside to Brazdeikis, and underneath the basket, no good by John Teske. Rebounded here by the Spartans. Cassius Winston dribbling with the ball at the top of the key, dribbling towards the left side of the perimeter. He gets bumped by John Teske, and the foul is called. Yep. Classic. So Michigan State back with the ball again. Classic jokes going on in this chat. Here we are with Matt McQuaid with the ball with 16:48 left to go. Hands the ball off to Cassius Winston. Dribbling towards the left side of the perimeter here and floating up over the top, up and in by the Spartans. We got ourselves a 1-point game and a game that both of these teams are so evenly matched with 16:30 left to go. Classic. Passing the ball around the perimeter here from Michigan at the left wing and trying to take it up inside and up and in with a layup in the foul. So Michigan puts 2 more on the point. That was Jordan Poole. Hits that one. He gets fouled as well. He'll be shooting 1 at the line. Wow. What a game here. Battle for Michigan, and this is insane. Hey, what's up, man? Thank you so much for joining me. I'm going to update the score here for the chat. Michigan State's down by 3. Michigan is at the free throw line with Jordan Poole. Hits it. 49-45. Michigan up by 4 right now with 16:15 left to go. Thank you so much for joining me. Feel free to like my videos, share, and subscribe to my channel. I'll be doing play-by-play and live reactions all season long to college basketball games. And, of course, the March Madness tournament. Oh, thank you so much. It's a pleasure, man. Thank you so much. Glad to have you on the channel. Here we go. The feed inside by Michigan State. No good. The shot cannot go down by Xavier Tillman. Rebounded by Michigan. Michigan up by 4, 49-45 with 15:45 remaining. Oh, nice, man. Oh, the slamma jamma there That was Ziggy Brazdakis who slammed that one home. Largest lead of the game for Michigan as they're exploding right now, 51-45. Timeout call by Tom Izzo and a 12-4 run by the Wolverines in the last 3 minutes, 22 seconds. I'm going to update the score here. Yes, they definitely like to run a lot. And they have to. 51-45. What a game. Oh my God. What a game here. So we got 51-45 right now. Michigan State in a little bit of a hole with 15:32 left to go. I'm going to go over the box score here with the leading scores. If you haven't done so yet, feel free to sub to my channel. Feel free to like and share and subscribe to my channel if you wish. The next game I'll do after this one will be on Tuesday night. It'll be Virginia Tech playing against Duke. I'll be doing that game on Tuesday night. So that'll be my next live stream. If any of you are interested, I'll set up a schedule of a time. Probably on Monday night, I'll schedule that one in there. Let's look at the leading scores here. We'll start off with a team in the lead right now, the Michigan Wolverines. 14 points. Iggy Brazdakis leading the way. And Iggy Brazdakis right now, the 2 out of the 3 losses for Iggy, those losses came against Wisconsin and Penn State, as Iggy was held scoreless against Wisconsin. He only scored 6 points in the loss at Penn State, but Iggy right now leading the scoring with 14 points. Good to see him back in scoring for Michigan. Second on the team in scoring right now for the Wolverines, 12 points by Xavier Simpson. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate it. And let's see, Michigan State, with their leading scores, 14 points, Cassius Winston. He's got 5 assists, 14 points right now, and 2 steals. Cassius Winston currently is 4th in all college basketball in assists per game, as he averages 7.4 assists per game for Cassius right now. He's 1st in the Big Ten. Kenny Goins right behind him with 13 points right now. We're on a TV timeout with 15:32 remaining. Michigan State in a little bit of a hole at Ann Arbor. It's Michigan 51, Michigan State 45. As CBS is getting the graphics right back up on the screen. So we're going to be back to action very shortly here. If you haven't done so yet, feel free to like my videos, sub to my channel if you wish, and spread the message about it as well. I'll be doing play-by-play and live reactions all season long throughout the end of the season and, of course, into the March Madness tournament. So get ready. Less than a month away to March Madness. And thank you so much for joining in on the video as well. I appreciate it, and we're almost back to action here. Michigan with a huge slam dunk by Iggy Brazdakis to light up these fans here in Ann Arbor, as this crowd is decked out in yellow jerseys, banana costumes. Pretty insane out here in Michigan. They are up 51-45. Michigan State with the ball with 15.5 remaining. Kyle Ahrens passing the ball off to Cassius Winston. Top of the key, feeds the ball off. Left wing here with Kenny Goins. Foul called by Michigan. Reaching by Iggy Brazdakis with 15:22 left to go in the second. Gonna update the score for you guys right here, as we have a TV timeout called once again with 15:22 left to go. 51-45. And I just updated the score. So Michigan's up 51 to Michigan State's 45. Another TV timeout and commercials we have up on the screen. So right now I'm going to go over the team stats. If you haven't done so right now, feel free to like my video, share, and subscribe to my channel. I'm glad that my channel's growing. I started this about like a month ago or so, and it keeps on getting bigger and bigger. I think the most amount of people I've ever gotten in a video was that crazy 23-point comeback that Duke had in the last 9 minutes against Louisville. That was absolutely insane, but pretty good turnout right now. Michigan State for the Battle of Michigan. As let's see right now. So Michigan State shooting the ball at 53.3% from the field, and Michigan shooting the ball at 47.1% from the field. But why Michigan's up in the lead here is the rebounding game. Out rebounding Michigan State right now, 21-14 in this one. Let's see what else. Michigan State actually out assisting Michigan 9-5 at this point. Cassius Winston responsible for that. He has 5 assists right now in this game for the Spartans. So yeah, both of these teams basically evenly matched. So many ties, so many lead changes throughout this one. I just cannot wait to see the very end of this game. It should be absolutely insane. If you missed what went on in college basketball today, well, a lot went down. Villanova has lost their 3rd game in a row as the defending champions allowed Xavier to go on to a 17-0 run as Xavier's won 4 games now in a row. Xavier beat Villanova by a pretty good margin today. I did my last stream on that one. As we're on a TV timeout here. So not much else for college basketball today. We do have a couple of bubble teams playing later today. Arizona hosting California in the Pac-12, or Arizona State hosting California in the Pac-12. Arizona State right now is currently on the bubble as well. As if they lose to California, there's a problem. California's winless in the Pac-12 this season. They have a record of 5-20 this season. So we're almost back here. We got banana costumes out in Ann Arbor. We got the whole crowd basically decked out in yellow here. Michigan is up by 6, 51-45 with 15:22 remaining. So here we are. The Michigan Wolverines are undefeated at home this season. 16-0. All 3 losses have been on the road, and there are 0 teams in the Big Ten that have a losing record at home. We're back to action here. Michigan State with the ball. Cassius Winston at the top of the key. 15-10 remaining. Spartans down by 6. Winston trying to dribble inside. Floats it up top past Teskey. No good. Rebounded by John Teskey of Michigan. They take it past the timeline here. Right side of the perimeter for Michigan. To the top of the key. Dribbling the ball. Burst of speed. Trying to go past defenders. And a travel called by Jordan Poole of Michigan. Jordan Poole had a conference season high for Michigan on Thursday night. He had 22 points against Minnesota going off that game. But here we are back to this one. Michigan State with it at the left wing of the perimeter. Cassius Winston feeds the ball out, and it's into the hands of Kenny Goins trying to dribble. And a reach and foul is called, and it looks like it's on Iggy Brazdeikis again of Michigan. So there's a little bit of foul trouble going on. This game getting a little bit chippy. Here, I'm going to look into some of the fouls. I believe Iggy Brazdeikis has 2 fouls right now. Yep. So here we are, back to action. Michigan State with the ball in the inbound. 14:38 remaining. Cassius Winston, top of the key, feeds the ball off. Left wing 3, no good from the outside. Shot missed by Matt McQuaid. Rebounded here by the Wolverines. Still up by 6 with 14:24 remaining. Michigan passing the ball left side of the perimeter. Now at the left elbow. Passes it back to the left wing of the perimeter. To the right wing. Here we are. Right wing 3. No good by Iggy. Rebounded by Michigan State. They take it past the timeline with Cassius Winston. 14 minutes left to go. Winston feeds the ball. Top of the key here with Kenny Goins. Back to the left wing to Winston. Under 14 remaining. Winston with 15 on the shot clock. The feed inside. And up off the backboard, up and in. Xavier Tillman gets the shot to fall, and a little bit of comeback here in the Spartans right now. Down by 4, 51-47, cutting into that Michigan lead. Michigan with the ball now, taking it past the timeline, passing around the perimeter towards the left side of the 3-point arc. And that ball stolen away by Michigan State. In transition, Winston kicks the ball back, stolen in the key by Michigan. Now they're trying to go coast to coast with it, out of control with the ball, and it goes out of bounds with 13:25 remaining. So back-to-back steals on that play. Going to update you guys with a chat here with a score. Feel free to like my video, share, and subscribe if you haven't done so yet to my channel. I'll be doing play-by-play and live reactions all season long to college basketball games throughout the season, and, of course, the March Madness tournament. So it looks like Michigan will get the ball back here. So it was last tipped out of bounds by Michigan State. 47 for Michigan State, 51 for Michigan. We got 13:15 remaining. It looks like we do have a foul called on the play. Right there, just updated the chat with a score, 4-point lead by the Wolverines. Foul called by Michigan State. Michigan will be shooting a 1-and-1 from the line. Michigan State has committed their 7th foul of the second half right now. Checking out of the game for the Spartans is Xavier Tillman in quite a bit of foul trouble. 10 points, 3 fouls. Iggy Brazdakis going to the line here for the Wolverines. Up by 4 with 13-13 remaining. Iggy shooting at the line. He's a 78% free throw shooter. And he misses it off the iron. Rebounded here by the Spartans. With 13:08 remaining. Michigan State down by 4, and they have the ball. They take it past the timeline. Cassius Winston at the right baseline. Kicks the ball back outside. Left wing three. No good. Fight for the rebound. Ball goes out of bounds. Last touched. Out of bounds by Michigan, and it'll go back to Michigan State. With 12:57 left to go in this game. As Isaiah Livers checks in the game here for the Wolverines. Looks like Iggy Brazdakis has checked out off the bench here for Michigan. Michigan State to inbound. 4-point game, 51-47. Matt McQuaid with the ball at the right wing of the perimeter. Dribbling at the top of the key. Finds his man wide open. Up and in off the glass is Thomas Kithier off the bench for Michigan State. 2-point game here. 12:42 remaining. We too low. And Malaysia Airlines as Michigan has the ball back here. Left wing of the perimeter. It's with Charles Matthews. They're passing the ball off to the right side of the perimeter to the top of the key here. With Michigan up by 2. 51-49. 12:22 remaining. Left wing three. No good. Hit the top part of the iron. Rebounded here by Michigan State. Cassius Winston with the ball. Spartans down by 2. They pass the ball around the outside, no good, and the ball goes, wow, saved before it went out of bounds. Cassius Winston still has 12 minutes remaining, 2-point game. Matt McQuaid tried to shoot that one, and looks like there was a foul on the play. So, wow. So, yeah, looks like there was a foul on the play right there. No, I will not do that on the comment. But 51-49. Right now, Michigan up by 2. If you haven't done so yet, feel free to like my video, share, and subscribe to my channel. I'll be doing play-by-play and live reactions all season long to college basketball games for the Battle of Michigan right here. What a game right here for both of these teams. Michigan State trying to climb back into, and they've scored the past couple buckets to get them right back into this game right now. We're going to go into some of the box score stats with both of these teams. Michigan State's leading scorers, Cassius Winston, 6 assists, 14 points right now. Kenny Goins with 13 points and also has an assist to add in. Xavier Tillman with 10 points currently for the Spartans. We're looking to the Michigan Wolverines here since we're on this TV timeout with 11:50 left to go. 14 points leading the way is Iggy Brazdakis and a little bit of foul trouble. He has 2 fouls, though, right now for Iggy. 12 points by Xavier Simpson right behind him right now for Michigan. So I'm going to look into the team stats here. We're on a commercial break. Both of these teams basically super duper even. Just incredible game. Lots of ties, lots of lead changes. Great to watch both of these teams. It's been a pleasure to see, like 2 teams that's been pretty much even throughout. There's also great games when you see comebacks as well. That's a good thing here. Pretty much even shooting the ball from the field almost as well. Michigan State shooting 18 for 36 right now from the field. Michigan is 16 for 36 from the field. What else we got? Michigan State's 5 for 16 right now from 3-point range. Michigan's 5 for 14. Currently in this one, the rebounding game going to Michigan, out-rebounding Michigan State 23-19 at this point in the game. However, Michigan's turned over the ball 9 times in this one as they rank first in all college basketball in fewest turnovers. They average about 9, just above 9 turnovers per game. But right now, at this point, with 11:50 remaining in regulation here, that they've already turned over the ball 9 times in this game. So we're almost back to action here. The score is Michigan State 49, Michigan 51. We have 11 minutes, 50 seconds left when we do get back to action. If you haven't done already, feel free to like my videos, share, and subscribe to my channel. I'll be doing play-by-play and live reactions all season long to college basketball games, and I'll be keeping you up to date in and through the March Madness tournaments as well. So keep it here with Behind the Arc Basketball on YouTube. As what a game this has been for both of these teams. Just absolutely insane for the Battle of Michigan. If you haven't done so as well, feel free to let me know who you're rooting for. If you're rooting for the Spartans or if you're rooting for Michigan in this one, let me know as well, as I've had both pretty much so far here. Michigan did commit a foul. It was behind the three-point arc. So Matt McQuaid will be going to the line to shoot 3 free throws, and he just hit his first. 11:50 remaining. Michigan State down by 1. 51-50. Matt McQuaid to shoot his second out of 3 at the line. Hits his second one. Tie game at 51. Matt McQuaid is shooting the ball at 83% from the charity stripe this season. Here he is. Tie game at 51. 11:50 remaining. Matt McQuaid at the free throw line. Hits them all. 52-51. Michigan State out in front. 7-0 run for the Spartans in the last 2 minutes, 8 seconds. Michigan with the ball. Down by 1. 52-51. Michigan dribbling with it is Xavier Simpson at the right wing of the perimeter. Simpson passes the ball off momentarily and gets the ball back. Simpson now top of the key. Passes the ball left wing here. Charles Matthews dribbling. Baseline jumper. Airballs it. And rebounded, though, by Eli Brooks of Michigan. Right wing 3. Brooks hits the rim short. Rebounded by Thomas Kithier, Michigan State, who got the rebound of that one. Puts the ball into the hands of Cassius Winston as they get past the timeline. 4.5 minutes. The past 4.5 minutes, Michigan has been held scoreless. If you're just joining us, Michigan State is up 52-51 with 11 minutes remaining. Burst the speed, Matt McQuaid inside. Passes the ball to Kithier. Kicks the ball back outside. And jumper from the free throw circle, no good. Right there by Cassius Winston. Rebounded by Michigan. Michigan down by 1 with 10:43 remaining. 9 ties, 14 lead changes. The biggest lead has been the Spartans, up by 7. And this one up and in off the glass is Michigan, taking back the lead 53-52. 10.5 remaining. Wolverines up by 1. Spartans with the ball into the hands of Cassius Winston. Takes it past the Michigan logo. Passes the ball off. Top of the key here to Aaron Henry. Henry for Michigan State looking for the open man. Feeds it off to Winston inside the key. Jumper and rolls into the net. 54-53. Almost 10 minutes left to go in regulation. Michigan now takes it past the timeline, and they're down by 1. Passes the ball. Top of the key here with John Teske. Teske passes the ball left wing of the perimeter to Xavier Simpson. Shoots the 3. No good off the top of the iron. Fight for the rebound. Winston has it for Michigan State. Spartans up by 1, 54-53. 9:45 remaining. Passes the ball left wing 3. And it hits the rim short. No good by Kenny Goins. Rebounded by Michigan. 9:35 left to go in regulation. Going inside and no good. The basket could not go for John Teske. He was wide open inside and he just missed the open bucket. Rebounded by Michigan State. Michigan State now. Jumper baseline. Good. 56-53 up and in right there. That was by Kenny Goins. 3-point lead for the Spartans. 9:15 left to go to play. Michigan now with the ball. They take it past the logo. Xavier Simpson has the ball in his hands at the top of the key of the perimeter. Now he tries to dribble inside with a burst of speed. Kicks it back outside. Right wing of the perimeter here and passing to the top of the key to Eli Brooks for Michigan. Brooks with a burst of speed past defenders. Kicks it back outside. No good from the three-pointer from the right side of the perimeter by Michigan. Rebounded by Michigan State. 56 for the Spartans, 53 for the Wolverines. 8:43 left to go. Both of these teams have not hit a three-pointer in the second half. Here we are, Michigan State with the ball into the hands of Cassius Winston. Passes the ball here, left wing, and a jumper inside the key. No good. Michigan State cannot get that shot to fall. In transition, Michigan with the ball. Trying to go is Matthews, and Matthews gets fouled. Going to update the chat here with the score. If you haven't done so, Feel free to like my videos, share, and sub to my channel if you wish. I'll be doing play-by-play and live reactions all season long and throughout the March Madness tournament as well to college basketball games. So if you like college basketball, you're welcome to join me throughout the season, as I just updated the chat here with the latest score. Michigan State 56, Michigan 53 with 8:22 remaining. So here we are at the free throw line. It will be Charles Matthews shooting 2 for Michigan, as he had a career-high 24 points in the win, 24 points against Penn State in that game. As the shot from the line, it goes down. First one hits right there for Matthews. He's a 63% free throw shooter this season, just hit his first. So here we are, 56-54. Charles Matthews connecting on his first shot from the line. Feel free to let me know who you're rooting for as well in this game. Feel free to like my video, share, and sub. Second shot from the line goes down. 56-55. 1 point lead for the Spartans. Timeout called on the floor. Going to update the chat here. John Beeline calling the timeout for the Wolverines. What a game with 8:22 left to play. 56-55. What a game. Both of these teams are so even. It's incredible to see these teams this even throughout the game. It's insane. Thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate it. Feel free to like my video, share, and subscribe to my channel as well. We'll see how this game turns out. Man, this is going to be just an interesting game all the way down to the stretch. This is only matchup number 1 out of matchup 2 on the season. Both of these teams might actually meet each other right again inside the Big Ten tournament final. I wouldn't be surprised right here as well. We got a lot of people joining in from both sides, so this is pretty cool right now, right here on the stream. I'll go over, update you guys with the leading scores. We're on a TV timeout right now, and it's a 1 point lead by Michigan State. The score right now with 8:22 left to go, and leading the way for the Spartans is Cassius Winston, who is the leading scorer coming into this game. He averages just below 19 points per game for Cassius Winston. 16 points, 6 assists, and right behind him, Kenny Gorns with 15 points, and then Xavier Tillman, Matt McQuaid right now with 10 points right now for the Spartans. We'll look to the Wolverines. There's a tie for first and leading the scoring right now. 14 points between Iggy Brazdakis and Charles Matthews right now, and we'll see how this game goes. Yeah, Jordan Poole, last game against Minnesota, absolutely burned it up on the court. 22 points, a conference season high against Minnesota. Against them, Xavier Simpson had 12 assists in that game, and John Teskey, just insane how big of a block man he's been this season. He had 5 blocks in that game. If you haven't done so as well, feel free to like my video, share, and subscribe to my channel. If any of you out there like college basketball, I'll be doing this throughout the season. And, of course, getting you covered throughout the March Madness tournament as well, where both of these teams are destined to go. Cannot wait for the March Madness tournament. We'll see who makes it into the tournament. I'm saying not Ohio State, as Ohio State 7-9 in the conference. They have to finish at least 500. They do not have a single win against an AP top 25 opponent. I'm saying that when Selection Sunday comes out, Ohio State's left out. They're going to the NIT. So let's see. So we're almost back to action here. Michigan State is up 56-55 with 8:22 left to go. The key players right now, John Teskey is he's ranked inside all college basketball. He's 18th right now in total blocks in college basketball. Just insane what he's done this month. 16 blocks this month. But if you want to see an assist man in college basketball, and look to Cassius Winston, 4th right now in all of college basketball in assists per game. But if you want to see an insane assist man, look at Murray State's John Marat. He's been incredible this season. 10 assists he averages per game. We're back to action here. 4 points for Michigan in the last 7.5 minutes in this game. They're down by 1 right now. Michigan State with the ball. Cassius Winston dribbling towards the left elbow, and the feet inside and circles around the bucket, up and in by the Spartans. 58-55 right there. I think that was Xavier Tillman who got that shot home for Michigan State. Michigan now with the ball, dribbling at the top of the key, passes it off to the right wing. And now into the hands of Charles Matthews, left side of the perimeter for Matthews. Matthews with 7:36 remaining, trying to go inside, spin move, kicks the ball back outside, right wing of the perimeter here from Michigan. And they pass it off top of the key, back to Matthews. Three-pointer, no good, hits the front part of the iron. And it's rebounded here by Michigan State. So Michigan State has the 3-point lead with 7:17 left to go. Both teams have not hit a three-pointer in the second half of this one. Cassius Winston with the ball. Right now, he's 4th in the nation in assists per game. Foul called on the play with 7:06 remaining. So we got so much going on right here. I'm really excited, actually. Thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate it. And if you haven't done so right now, feel free to like my video, share, and subscribe to my channel. I'll be doing this all season long and leading you up to the March Madness tournament as well, where both of these teams will be going. As this is a battle for the top 10 right here. Michigan is down by 3, 58-55 currently at this stage of the game with 7:06 remaining. It looks like Michigan did foul Michigan State, so Michigan State will be shooting in the bonus here at the line. Just updating the score for you guys. The Spartans at the line, as Michigan has only scored like 4 points in the last like 6 minutes in this game, as this has been Michigan State the past couple minutes. And another shot is good at the line right there for Michigan State. They're up by 4. That's Aaron Henry off the bench. You got that point. He has 3 points today for Henry. He had a stern talking with Tom Izzo on the sideline about 10 minutes ago in this game, around the 17-minute mark in the second half. Second shot from the line goes down by Aaron Henry. 3 fouls, however, for him, 60-55. Right now, Spartans up by 5. Michigan gets the ball back on the inbound with 7 minutes left to go in regulation. 15-4 run here for Michigan State in the last 6 minutes, 55 seconds. Michigan with the ball, left wing from the perimeter, and they hand it off to Iggy Brazdeikis, and he kicks the ball back outside. Now it's into the hands of Xavier Simpson, the point guard, dribbling out towards the left wing of the perimeter. Pushes it, right wing 3. No good by Michigan. Fight for the rebound and ripped away. It looks like Kenny Goins has it for the Spartans. 6:30 left to go. Michigan State with the ball. They take it past the timeline here with Cassius Winston. What a game between both of these teams here. The feed inside, lob pass over the top to Xavier Tillman. Throws it back outside to Winston. Going to set up the offense. 10 on the shot clock. Winston with the ball, trying to go inside, dribbling, and gets the bucket. What a play right there by Cassius Winston, dribbling inside. Wow. Showing you he's right there. His athleticism, going inside and getting the bucket to fall, faking out the entire Michigan defense. 62-55. Michigan State tied for their largest lead in the game right now, up by 7. Michigan with the ball, trying to go inside. No good. But they get the offensive rebound. Teskey got the rebound off the Brazdeikis miss. They'll set back the offense again. Michigan is currently down by 7 with 5:40 left to go. 4 points in the last 10 minutes for the Wolverines. The feed inside, up and in by John Teskey. Right there from Michigan off the pass. Wow, what a pass right there, and a tight window for Michigan to get that one to fall. Down to a 5-point lead here for the Spartans. 62-57, 5:20 remaining. Michigan State top of the key here, and they forgot to cover him. Two-handed jam as Xavier Tillman got behind the entire Wolverine defense. And up by 7 once again, 64-57 is the Spartans. Michigan now with the ball. 5 minutes left to go in regulation. Charles Matthews dribbling baseline with the ball inside the key and floats one up top. No good, as the ball is stuck up at the top of the rim for a moment, and the ball gets rebounded by the Spartans. 64-57, Winston takes it past the timeline. We're under 5 minutes left to play. Top of the key here for Winston. Winston dribbling out and passes it to Matt McQuaid here at the right wing of the perimeter. Let's see what Matt McQuaid will do with 7 on the shot clock. Passes the ball left corner 3. Circles around the rim and it goes out. Rebounded here by Michigan. The three-pointer cannot go down for Kenny Goins. The ball into the hands of Xavier Simpson here in Michigan. Simpson at the top of the key. Nobody has converted on a three-point shot in the second half. 0 for 13 combined. Xavier Simpson with the ball, trying to go low post past the defender, and a foul called right there. Michigan going to the line for two. Going to update the chat here with a score. Thank you all so much for tuning in. I appreciate it, as what a game this is for the Battle of Michigan. We'll see if Michigan can make this closer and come back here. So we got 4 minutes, 5 seconds left to go, and Michigan at the free throw line. Xavier Tillman just picked up his 4th foul, so he's in quite a bit of foul trouble right now. Michigan at the charity stripe. What's up, man? Thank you so much for joining me. At the free throw line, first shot goes down by Michigan. So it is 58 points for Michigan right now. 64-58 as the first shot went down at the free throw line by Xavier Simpson. If you haven't done so at this moment, feel free to like my videos, share, and subscribe to my channel. I'll be doing this play-by-play and live reactions all season long throughout the season and, of course, the March Madness game. So right now the score is Michigan State 64, Michigan 58. We have 3 minutes, 55 seconds remaining, and the Spartans with the ball. Winston dribbling, kicks the ball back outside and trying to dribble inside. With it, Aaron Henry passes the ball back to Winston here. Dribbling towards the right side of the perimeter for Winston. With guarded by a huge group of men. Matt McQuaid taking baseline jumper. Oh, he gets the courtesy of the rim up and in. Didn't look like that one was going to fall, but the rim was helpful to him. Largest lead of the game for Michigan State, 66-58. Michigan with the ball with 3:25 remaining. They need to start hitting shots to come back here. We've seen improbable things happen. The ball gets knocked out of bounds. Michigan was trying to go inside with Iggy Brasdakis. They'll get the ball back here on the inbound. But, yeah, this is only an 8-point game right here. I've seen teams down by 9 points with a minute remaining and blow the entire game. There was one in early January. Oregon was up by 9 points with a minute and 1 left against UCLA, and they blew the entire game and lost that game. So the game's not over till it's over right now. I'm going to update you guys with the score. Michigan State with the largest lead of the game at this point. If Michigan wants to get back into this game, they really need a bucket, and they need it pretty much fast in this one. So I'm going to update the score here. 3:17 left to go. We're on the TV timeout right now, so if you haven't done so, feel free to like my videos, share, and subscribe to my channel as well. If you wish, I'll be doing play-by-play and live reactions all season long, the college basketball games, keeping you through the March Madness tournament. Yeah, it's crazy. I think they've only scored like 4 points in the last like 7 or 8 minutes right now. They've just gone ice cold shooting the ball from the floor right now. Yeah, they were about like 45% from the floor shooting, but right now they're shooting the ball at 37.5%. Yeah, I wouldn't be able to show the game here because if I do so, YouTube would take it down as a copyright strike, because I've seen people do that for the NFL. If they show the game and then they get a copyright strike on their YouTube channel and they're not able to post the game. That's why I put in the description that I can't show the game, because if I do so, I'll be blocked from like YouTube and I can't post content for 30 days. So this is the only way that I can do it, is through the play-by-play stuff, because I've seen that stuff for like NFL and all that stuff, and they take the video down immediately when that happens. So that's the only problem, that I wouldn't be able to show the game. I put that in the description right there, that I can't do that. But right now, Michigan State's up by 8 with 3:17 remaining. We're on a TV timeout. Yeah, Michigan's shooting percentage has dropped quite a bit throughout this one. They were shooting the ball at like 45% from the floor, but right now they're shooting the ball at 37.5% currently at this point of the game. So now it's dropped below 40% from the floor. Let's see what else right here. See if there's anybody in foul trouble. I think there is. Yeah, quite a bit of players in foul trouble. Michigan State, Xavier Tillman has 4 fouls right now. 3 by Aaron Henry, 3 by Matt McQuaid. So there are a couple of players right now in foul trouble for the Spartans. Michigan, yeah, their foul trouble is pretty much layered out. Their highest person charged with fouls is only 2. John Teskey with 2 committed. Xavier Simpson with 2. Jordan Poole with 2. Everybody else with 1. on their team, but Michigan State's the real problem right now with foul trouble. Just one more to be picked up by Xavier Tillman, and he gets to sit on the bench for the rest of the game because Tillman has 4 fouls right now. So we're almost back to action here. We have 3 minutes, 17 seconds remaining. 9 fouls in the second half by the Spartans, 7 by the Wolverines. And feel free to like my video, share, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so yet. I'll be doing play-by-play and live reactions to college basketball games throughout the season and, of course, the March Madness tournament. So don't miss a beat here if you like college basketball with Behind the Arc Basketball on YouTube. Michigan shooting the ball at only 28% in the second half. That's why they're down by 8 right now. The inbound up and in off the basket by Iggy Brazdeikis, finally showing some life for Michigan, 66-60. 3:05 remaining. Spartans with the ball. The game's not over till it's over. We have 3 minutes left to play. Winston dribbling with the ball at the left wing, passing the ball, top of the key here. This is Kenny Goins with it, and he passes the ball off. Matt McQuaid. Passes the ball off. Right wing 3. Kenny Goins, no good. It's the top of the iron, and offensive rebound. Wow, offensive rebound by Matt McQuaid, and he got fouled on, and Michigan tried to come away with the ball, but they couldn't. So to the bonus, shooting the 1-and-1 will be Matt McQuaid. So the score right now, I'm going to update you guys in the chat. Michigan State with 66. Michigan with 60. Matt McQuaid's at the free throw line. 2:46 remaining. Shot from the line, and he hits it out. Rolled around the rim and got the courtesy of the rim to fall down. So Michigan's shooting has just fell apart, shooting the ball at around like 24% from the floor. That's the only reason why they've been down in this half as of late. Right here, shooting, the main reason. 67-60. Matt McQuaid back at the line as he hit his first. Here's his second one from the line coming up very momentarily. So 83% free throw shooter. Missed the second one. Rebounded there by Iggy Brazdeikis. 67-60. Just updated the score here in the chat. Michigan now with the ball into the hands of Charles Matthews. Passes it off. Right wing of the perimeter, and it goes into the hands of Jordan Poole. They need to get a three-pointer. Here's Poole. Pull-up jumper. No good. Fight for the rebound, and Michigan State comes down with a rebound right there as it was between 2 defenders' hands, and the Spartans get it back. Wow. 2:15 left to go. Still no three-pointers have gone into the bucket in the second half. Here we are, Michigan State with the ball. Cassius Winston dribbling right side of the perimeter. And now he has the ball back into his hands, and a foul called. Iggy Brazdeikis bumping right in to Cassius Winston, and back to the charity stripe will be Michigan State. Little bit of contact as right there Cassius Winston was dribbling around the perimeter with it, and Iggy Brazdeikis bumped right into him. So back at the free throw line with 2:03 left to go. The score is Michigan State 67, Michigan 60. Cassius Winston, a perfect 4 for 4 today. From the free throw line, he's an 82% free throw shooter. Hits the first one for Cassius Winston. Just going to check the point total for Winston tonight, and I believe he has 19 points at this juncture. The score is Michigan State 68, Michigan 60. As this does not look good if you're a Michigan fan with 2:03 remaining. We have seen the improbable, though. In March Madness back in 2016, Texas A&M was down by 12 against Northern Iowa with 47 seconds left. They came back and tied the game, and it went into overtime. Here's Michigan with the ball. They need a three-pointer. Iggy, no good from the outside. Rebounded by Tillman here with 69-60. Michigan State up by 9. Minute and 43 remaining. And, of course, there was the 9-point lead that Oregon had in a conference game inside the Pac-12 early this season against UCLA, and they blew it in the last minute and 1 remaining, and UCLA went to overtime and won it. Three-pointer left corner, no good by Michigan State. Rebounded by Michigan. A minute 25 remaining, trying to push up tempo. Iggy taking it between defenders here, passes it top of the key. Three-pointer, Michigan, no good. Wide off the mark, not a good look at all for Michigan. Rebounded by the Spartans here. Time's dwindling down, minute and 10 remaining. Spartans slowing down the tempo with a 9-point lead. Cassius Winston with a ball. With a minute remaining now here in Ann Arbor. McQuaid passes the ball left wing of the perimeter. This is to Aaron Henry. They're slowing down tempo. Michigan just not following until they finally do with 50.8 seconds remaining. 2 free throws coming up in the double bonus for Michigan State. I'm going to update the score here. This one's basically about done for Michigan. So they're undefeated season at home is 50.8 seconds away from being done in this one. Wow. So Michigan State coming in on the road and delivering here. Basically because the shooting by Michigan is what really killed them in the second half. They shooting the ball around like 23% in the second half really destroyed Michigan. Shot from the free throw line, no good by Cassius Winston. 50.8 seconds remaining. Winston missed his first. He'll shoot a second one here from the charity stripe. Up by 9 for the Spartans for a game that was close throughout until Michigan just shot the ball absolutely cold. Michigan now dribbling, trying to go inside and laying it up and in. It goes by, that one's by Xavier Simpson. So this game's not done yet. 70-62 with 44.7 seconds remaining. So a timeout called here to talk things over. 8-point lead by Michigan State. So feel free to like my video, share, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so yet. I'll be doing my live play-by-play and reactions all season long throughout the college basketball season. And of course, don't forget about March Madness, less than a month away right now. Just updated the score here. The score is Michigan State 70, Michigan 62. We have 44.2 seconds remaining. So, yeah, Michigan just, the ice-cold shootings really destroyed them in the second half right here. They're shooting the ball about 37.7% from the field. Michigan State is shooting the ball at 50% from the field, 24 for 48 tonight. As just remember this stat, both of these teams have not converted on a three-point shot in the second half. So an 8-point lead by the Spartans. We're almost back to action here. The game's not over till it's over. We'll see how the final result goes down. Michigan needs to follow. Michigan State inbounds the ball. Oh, it's stolen by Michigan. 3-pointer from the outside. Oh, he connects. Unreal. Jordan Poole hits the 3, and it's a 5-point game. Unreal. 70-65 off the inbound on the steal. This game is not over. It was a 10-point game. Not even like 15 seconds ago. This is insane. Wow. Unreal right now. Feel free to like my video, share, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so yet. I'll be doing my live play-by-play and reactions all season long to college basketball games, keeping you through the season, and of course the March Madness tournament, getting you going for that. So feel free to hit that like and subscribe button down below. This game is not over. 40 seconds remaining. 70-65. Michigan right there with a little bit of inbounds magic, tipping the ball up in the air and stealing it away. And Jordan Poole just heaves up a 3-pointer right there from 21 feet out and knocks it down. The game is not over till it's over for the Battle of Michigan. Might even go into overtime if we do get there. That would be insane. But here we are. Going to look at some of the box score stats here. Leading scorer for Michigan State, Cassius Winston right now. 21 points, 8 assists for Winston. Michigan, their leading scorer is Xavier Simpson, 17 points right now. And then 16 for Iggy Brazdeikis right behind them. So here we are, 40.2 seconds remaining. Spartans to inbound it once again. Oh, was it? Oh my goodness, almost stolen again by Michigan. What? Man, what a huge effort on the dive right there, but they couldn't come down with the ball. They do follow the Spartans, and they'll shoot 2 at the line here in the double bonus. That ball was almost stolen once again. So 2 shots by Michigan State with 38.8 seconds remaining. It's all about free throws when it comes down to this late in the game. And if you can convert or if you cannot, Cassius Winston's at the line. Hits his first. 38.8 seconds remaining. Michigan State's up 71-65. Cassius Winston is 8 for 9 today. And make it 9 for 10. That one just got the courtesy of the rim. 72-65. Michigan now with the ball. Dribbling around the perimeter. Top of the key three. Oh, he hits from outside again. 72-68 with 31.4 seconds remaining. A huge three. And a foul called on Michigan right there with 30.1 seconds remaining. Oh my gosh, unreal. After this whole season's done, what I'm going to do, I'm going to create a compilation of all college basketball comebacks from 2019, from January 2019 and so on. And I'm going to create a video for you guys in there and post it right after the college basketball tournament ends with a national championship game. So back at the lines, Cassius Winston. 4-point game here. Hits his first. 73-68 now with 30.1 seconds remaining. So Cassius Winston is 10 for 11 and make it 11 for 12. 74-68. Michigan with the ball again. Let's see if they can hit another three-pointer. Left wing of the perimeter. They force it up and no good that time. Rebounded by the Spartans. They do foul. So that was like a forced three-pointer. They were trying to get a foul called and the refs just did not give them the call on that three-point shot. And I think that was Jordan Poole who shot the three-pointer. And he was like, yeah, how did I not get the call for that one? So Michigan State back in the double bonus shooting too. Again at the line. 74 Michigan State, 68 Michigan, 20.1 seconds remaining. First shot by the line by Winston goes down. Michigan's only one of 12 teams on the season with a undefeated home record. Both of the shots go down, and it looks like that's dwindling right now. Back to an 8-point advantage for the Spartans with 20.1 seconds left to go in this game. But wow, what a game here. Cassius Winston has put on for the Spartans. 26 points, just insane. 12 for 13 from the free throw line in this game for Cassius Winston. We do have 20.1 seconds left on the clock, not 20.8. So I just updated that one. Yeah, make it 20. Yeah, make it 27 points right now for Cassius. Cassius Winston has just checked the update here on the box score. Eight assists as well. Coming into this game, Cassius was ranked 4th in all college basketball in assists per game. The number 1 assist man is John Morant out of Murray State, who averages 10 assists per game, and he averages about 20 points per game. Watch out for Murray State to be a dark horse inside the March Madness bracket if they do get there and win the Ohio Valley Conference Tournament. Let's see from Michigan, their leading scorer right here. They have 4 players in double-digit points. Xavier Simpson with 17 points leading the way. Iggy Brasdakis with 16. John Teskey with 10 and 15 points by Jordan Poole right now. So we have 20.1 seconds remaining. And Michigan is down by 8. So basically at this juncture, once they get the inbound, they basically have to hit a three-pointer in order to climb back. And this one, hit a three-pointer, foul, or steal, and hope for some misses from the free throw line by Michigan State. So here we are for Michigan. Stranger things have happened, like 4-point plays or so. So we'll see what happens. Michigan to inbound it, down by 8. 76-68, 20.1 seconds remaining. Michigan with the ball. And they do a 3-point jumper, no good, and it's rebounded by Michigan State, and Michigan fouls with 13.6 remaining. So that basically might be the game for this one. But if you haven't done so yet, feel free to like my video, share, and subscribe to my channel. I'll be doing play-by-play and live reactions all season long to college basketball games in and through the March Madness tournament, getting you covered for March Madness, less than a month away. I cannot believe it. So I'll have some great basketball games for you guys as well. 76-68. Michigan State shooting. 2 at the line and a double bonus. 77-68. Michigan now with the ball. Trying to go inside. They do get the bucket with 9 seconds remaining, and they forget to foul Michigan State, and this game will be over. 77-70. The Spartans showed up today, and Michigan State comes to Ann Arbor and wrecks Michigan's undefeated home streak in this one. The first road win for the Michigan State Spartans against a top-ranked 10 Michigan team since February 20th, 1986. Wow. What a game here. It was a pretty close game for a while until Michigan just got ice cold from the field, and they shot the ball in the second half, like around 20% from the field. There was a time that they didn't score a single bucket in like 6 points. That's what made Michigan fall behind throughout the ending portion of this game and made them lose. Is all about shooting from the field. But this one has just gone final. Michigan State 77, Michigan 70, and the Spartans currently in the lead right now inside that Big Ten conference. Going to update you guys the standings to see what this conference looks like, but they move a half game above Purdue. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Feel free to join throughout the season. I'll be doing so much more. My next game will be Tuesday night, Virginia Tech playing against Duke. So hopefully that will be a good game. I'm feeling that Duke will probably win that game. I'm not really sold on Virginia Tech. They're like a really, really small team in size, and they've lost the past couple of games against a little bit tougher opponents. So they're finally like getting into the meat of their schedule right now. But if you haven't done so already, feel free to like my video, share, and subscribe to my channel. This game just ended. I'm going to look at the Big Ten standings here. So Michigan State improves to 14-3 in the conference. Michigan falls to 13-4 in the conference. Purdue is currently a half game behind the Spartans at 13-3 in the conference right now. The struggling part of Purdue is that they're 5-5 on the road this season, still undefeated at home. Only undefeated team at home in the Big Ten now for Purdue, since Michigan just lost that game. But we'll see how that goes. So this game has gone final. Just going to go over the box score before I sign off. I appreciate everybody for tuning in. What a game it was. Leading the way for the losing Wolverines was Xavier Simpson with 19 points. 16 points by Iggy Brasdakis as well. 15 points by Jordan Poole. And we see that Michigan State's leading scorer who went off once again was Cassius Winston. 27 points and 8 assists. He's currently fourth in all of college basketball in assists per game, as Cassius Winston averages, let's see, it's 7.4 assists per game. And what a huge game by Cassius Winston again. Had a 28-point game with 8 assists against Rutgers on Wednesday, and he puts 27 points, 8 assists on the board in today's game. But wow, Michigan State with a huge W in Ann Arbor on the road, wrecking Michigan's winning streak at home. Michigan falls to 16-1 at home this season, whereas Michigan State coming in with a big away win puts them to 8-3 on the road this season. We'll preview the upcoming schedule here. If you're a Michigan State fan, they play their next game at noon time. That's 12 p.m. Eastern time if you live in the eastern part of the U.S. That's at Indiana next Saturday. Looking for revenge against a team that they lost to at home a couple of weeks ago, and Indiana has not played well at all the past couple of weeks. Dropped out of the top 25, and right now they have a record of 4-12 in the Big Ten. After that, Michigan State plays home and hosts Nebraska and East Lansing on March 5th, 7 p.m. Eastern time. And then the last game of the regular season is a home game for Michigan State, hosting Michigan on a time to be determined on Saturday, March 9th. We'll have to see what that time is. Hasn't been determined yet because of TV contracts, and there's a couple of other big games that day with North Carolina and Duke. I don't believe they've determined the time for that game either, for that one. And for Michigan, upcoming schedule here, they're home against Nebraska on Thursday, 7 p.m. Eastern time, and then they play at Maryland, who's ranked 24th in the AP Top 25 right now, Sunday at 3:45 p.m. Eastern time. And then, of course, the game against Michigan State to close out the regular season. And maybe we'll see both of the teams meet each other again in the Big Ten tournament. We'll see probably the Big Ten tournament final, most likely. But this has been it. This has been a presentation of Behind the Arc Basketball on YouTube. If you haven't done so already, feel free to like my videos, sub to my channel if you like, and spread the message to all your friends and family and everybody you know about Behind the Arc Basketball on YouTube. I'll be doing live play-by-play and reactions all season long to college basketball games, keeping you up to date through the season, and of course the March Madness tournament, which is less than a month away. We are about, I think, 3 weeks away from Selection Sunday, but what a huge win for Michigan State today. Next stream will be Tuesday. Virginia Tech taking on Duke in that game. This has been another presentation of Behind the Arc Basketball on YouTube. Thank you so much, everyone. It's been a pleasure, and have a nice night. Enjoy.